Football Night in McAllen is presented by DQ. That's what I like about Texas. Bogus Ford, it's better at bogus. Performance Therapeutics, physical therapy, and sports medicine. Real Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banking. Lone Star National Bank, proud to be the Valley's bank.
Welcome to the Sideline Pregame Show. I'm Jake Berry alongside Mark May. And Mark, we've got all three teams playing at home this week for the first time in a long time that that this has occurred.
Yeah, and Nicky Rowe is going first. They've got tonight, and then McAllen Memorial will play tomorrow night. But Nicky Rowe, a real good matchup with the PSJA Bears. Yeah,
and the Bears coming off a very tough, close loss to McAllen Memorial. They're at 2-1. What do we know about the Bears?
Well, the Bears come in at 3-3, and then 2-1 in the district play. Yeah, that one loss to Memorial, which was a 2-point loss. It was a back-and-forth game. Real exciting game that was. They had beaten La Jolla and PSJA North in district so far. And curiously, this is a team unbeaten on the road. They're 3-0 on the road this year, going up on the road tonight against the Nicky Rowe Warriors. Justin Morales, their quarterback, has thrown for about 500 yards more than Jonas Ortiz has for Nicky Rowe, completing 62% of his passes and 14 touchdowns. He's also rushed for 3 scores. So Morales can run it, he can pass it. Definitely a dual threat there. Looking at their receivers, they've got one Miguel Flores, who's one of the top receivers in the Valley. 48 receptions he has through just 6 games, averaging about 15 yards a catch and 8 scores. So they like to go to him early and often throughout the game. Ethan Castillo has 25 catches and 2 scores. Marco Guajardo, 26 receptions for 3 scores. Then J.R. Vasquez is their running back. Now, this is a team that throws about a 2-to-1 ratio of pass to run, but they do have Vasquez, who's a running threat with about 400 yards rushing through 6 games and 4 touchdowns. Averages about 6 yards a carry. So he's good. He's also can catch the ball out of the backfield. We've seen him do that already. And then defensively, the Bears will come out with Jacob Sanchez, a linebacker, leading the team with tackles and 2 fumble recoveries. Manny Castillo on the defensive end has 44 tackles and a sack. Isaac Espino, the defensive back, leads the team with 2 interceptions. So a team that was in the playoffs last year looks like they'll probably be that way again, although I don't think they can beat Nicky Rowe.
Yeah, and Rowe, 3-0, and a very impressive win last week at home against PSJA North.
Yeah, they beat them 24-19, had the big lead early, and then in the fourth quarter, the Raiders kind of came back a little bit. But they're 3-0 after beating Mackay, Juarez Lincoln, and PSJA North in the district play. The Rowe Warriors averaging about 34 points a game, about 380 yards of offense. We mentioned Jonas Ortiz. He's passed for close to 1,200 yards, 75% completions, which is very impressive, and 17 touchdowns with only 1 interception. So a very, very good touchdown to interception ratio, and a very good rusher too. We saw him last week rush for 92 yards, including a 42-yard touchdown run. So he can do it all.
And he is spreading the wealth on offense. Like, there's a lot of players that are receiving the ball from him and benefiting, especially in the running game, from his ability to throw the ball.
Yeah, a lot of guys have touched the ball, a lot of touches. Lorenzo Lopez, who's come back from injury, has 259 yards and 3 scores. He's actually second on the team in rushing now, about 15 yards behind Ortiz, who took over that rushing lead last week. Joey Partida has 2 scores, averaging about 6.5 a carry. Nick Meehan has 5 yards a carry and 4 touchdown scores. And Meehan, by the way, was the subject of our interview this week.
My name is Nicholas Meehan. I play running back for Nicky Rowe Warriors.
They hand this off. This is Meehan. Big hole. Touchdown. Nicholas Meehan with the touchdown, his second of the season, and the Warriors lead it now 27-19.
I feel like running back is mostly about pounding the ball in the middle and trying to get extra yards so you can then throw the ball. I think the running back's supposed to be the toughest player on the field. As a running back, the coach expects a lot from you, especially here in the high school, because in high school we run the ball a lot. We don't really pass as much as like in the NFL and all that other stuff. But I'm willing to take on that pressure and, you know, tackle it as a running back. Nicky Rowe football, we're a family, right? We all work together. We all work really hard to accomplish one goal. And I just think family is the most important thing in Nicky Rowe.
And there's a look at Rowe's spectacular running back, Nick Meehan. Who else is Rowe going to depend on in this game? Because we've seen Gustavo Cruz, we've seen, Savage is still out right now. We'll see when he comes back. Yeah. But they've been plugging away different players.
Yeah, some other guys have really stepped up. Ansel Dua leads the team with 23 receptions, over 200 yards and a touchdown. Joey Partida has 20 catches for 196 yards and a couple of scores. Gustavo Cruz, that you mentioned, the tight end, caught only one pass last week, but it went for a touchdown, and he's got 5 touchdowns now in 6 games. So we look at the Rowe defense, and they're led by Jason Neal, defensive back, with 36 tackles. Then Jose Alonso has 35, plus a couple of fumble recoveries. And then on the defensive line, Omar Villarreal leads the team with 4 sacks and 28 tackles. Derek Luna at linebacker has 30 tackles. So they got a lot of guys stepping up on defense as well.
Well, that'll be an interesting game, but we've got another game, which is tomorrow, between McAllen High and McAllen Memorial. You throw the records out when these games happen. What do we know about Memorial?
Yeah, it's a big rivalry. It goes back to the early 1980s, and I think Mac High still leads the all-time series, but Memorial's been dominating over the last 10 years or so. And Mac High technically the home team for this one. So, but looking at Memorial, they're 5-1 overall, 2-1 in the district. They did have that narrow loss on the last play of the game to Mission. In fact, Mission beat Memorial on the last play, then they turned around and beat Mac High on the last play.
And beat Juarez. And then Juarez Lincoln last week.
Yeah, and then Juarez Lincoln by a single point.
Yeah.
So they've been, it's been the year of living dangerously for the Mission Eagles. But getting back to Memorial, they lost to Mission, beat La Jolla, beat PSJA's Bears, and a squeaker. They're averaging about 50 points a game over the last 2 games, 101 points in the last 2 games. So they've really turned it up a notch. About 435 yards of offense, about 365 yards rushing per game, and of course that's what they like to do, is run the football, and that'll be the key for Mac High, is to stop or at least stymie a little bit that running game for Memorial. They've got Campbell Spates, who had his 6th straight 200-yard rushing game, averaging 11.4 a carry, as over 1,400 yards. He'll probably go over 1,500 tomorrow night, and 23 touchdowns. Has had 5 touchdowns in each of the last 2 games, which is just phenomenal.
Yeah, and for Mac High, they've been able to play some good defense lately, especially in district. But the points have been hard to come by.
Yeah, especially last week, they lost to La Jolla 14-7. Week before that, they managed 10 against Mission, and a 13-10 overtime loss against Rowe. They played every team competitively, like you said, but they've been unable to outscore their opponents. Hunter Curl has really kind of emerged as the quarterback, just a sophomore, but he's really kind of coming into his own at the quarterback spot. Troy Martinez at the running back is still strong. Quinn Canada has emerged in the last 3 games as being a strong receiving threat. And then you look at the Mac High defense, and it'll be a tall order for Mac High to really slow down this Memorial team, especially the Memorial running game. And if they can do that and gets the ball in the Mac High's possession more, give them more possessions, and especially a field position, then Mac High has a chance to, if they can keep the score low, I think Mac High has a chance there to pull the upset. But Juan Corpus, Sir Arredondo on the defensive line have been stellar. Defensive back Dylan Suarez and defensive back Jackson Helmkamp have been really strong for them. And then the linebacker, Trace Gagne and Tyler Zachman have been really strong there too. So, but we'll see what happens. It's a great rivalry, Mac High Memorial.
Well, there you have it. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, more of the Sideline pregame show.
On behalf of McAllen ISD, a 2-time A-rated school district, and our Board of Trustees, welcome to DQ Fan Field and McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. We wish all those competing the best of luck, and we hope that you enjoy the competition.
At DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. That's the city of Palms, McAllen, Texas, playing host to the PSJA Bears, who are taking on the Nicky Rowe Warriors in District 36A action. It's coming your way next, right here on MITV's McAllen ISD Football Night.
Put your hands in the air for Cardinal. Arriba, campeón. Yeah, Southside, Southside, Southside. Arriba, campeón. Oh, yeah. Luchando, campeón. Singing my song. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón. One time for the Southside. Arriba, campeón. Oh, yeah. Luchando, campeón. Singing my song. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón. Only the champions.
And here we are, DQ Fan Field. It's the PSJA Bears taking on the Nicky Rowe Warriors. Tonight, the Warriors still undefeated on the season at 6-0, taking on the PSJA Bears at 3-3. Hello, everyone. I'm Mark May, along with Mario Reyna. Up here in the press box, we've got the best seat in the house, so we can give you the best story we can as the Warriors take on the Bears here tonight. We're going to have the keys and everything in just a moment, but first, Mario, give us a little taste of what we can expect tonight.
Well, I think it's going to be a lot of explosion on that field. Both offenses are very prolific, and it's going to be exciting. A lot of points.
All right, yeah, should be a lot of points as they're doing the Veteran of the Week right now. This is a retired teacher from McAllen ISD, Mr. Monaco Barello, served in the U.S. Army. And they're recognizing him as the Veteran of the Week is something that they do every week at Rowe home games, at the Mustang games, and also the Bulldog games. They have a Veteran of the Week that they recognize right before the national anthem. So we appreciate Mr. Barrillo's service in the U.S. Army. And now we're going to have our national anthem. It's Brianna Melendez of Rowe High School. And there you see our JROTC cadets.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very well done, Miss Melendez. You see the flag at half-staff because of the passing of the Congressman Elijah Cummings out of Maryland. So flags across the country at half-staff today and tomorrow. Let's go ahead and go to the keys now. Mario, how do you see this game here tonight unfolding?
Well, I think because both teams have great players right there on your screen, you're looking at Miguel Flores, the big plays. He's capable of making big plays, 8 touchdowns this year. And of course you have Jonas Ortiz, who we know what he's done because we get to see him on this field. So big plays, who's going to allow too many of them? And of course the quarterback play, both quarterbacks are pretty good. And at the end of the day, it could come down to a turnover, especially a turnover that might have led 2 points on. And that's I think the keys to this game.
All right, there you have it. You can see the Garza Elementary Unicorn cheerleaders there to the left side of your screen. And they're all set and excited about tonight's game. The Bears are coming out onto the field right now over there on the right side.
And thank you for spotting the Garza Unicorn cheerleaders, because the sponsors made sure she said, you guys better mention us. And we did that even before the kickoff. How
even
about
before
that?
the game got started. That's how efficient we are. The Bears wearing their traveling white jerseys with the white pants and the maroon numerals. And, of course, they've got the big T on their helmet. Now, it's PSJA, Mario. Why do they have the T?
Well, I would assume isn't it the same like with the Texas A&M Aggies, the T for team?
Yeah, well, for Tri-City.
Oh, Tri-City.
Yeah,
so,
the Tri-City, I think it stands for PSJA. And there we come, the Nicky Rowe Warriors coming out.
You'd figure I would know that since I graduated from PSJA. So.
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you for finally, after all these years, now I know why
We've got it out there. And the Rowe Warriors wearing their forest green jerseys with the white numerals, gold trim, silver helmets. And they've got pink socks on for the October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You can see the cheerleaders also with some pink mixed in with their color scheme. And it's something that all the schools do during the month of October, is raise awareness toward that wonderful cause. Let's take a look at our starting lineups now for the Nicky Rowe Warriors. And we mentioned Jonas Ortiz in there at quarterback. We've got Joey Partida subbing in for Lorenzo Lopez in there at running back. And then Gustavo Cruz, who got a touchdown last week. James Gomez, Gene Salinas, Alex Anzaldua rounding out the receiver corps. And then looking at the offensive line, Jimmy Talamantes, Jacob Mata, who's going to be the Scholar Athlete of the Week later on. Gilbert Garza, Alec Zimmerman, and Daniel Alejandro. And then looking over at the defense, Jose Hernandez, Jacob Carr, Omar Villarreal, who leads the team in sacks, and Eric Morales. And then at their linebackers, they've got Derek Luna, Andres Garza, who had an interception last week, and Jose Alonso. And then in the secondary, Sebastian Cortez starting in Partida's place, since Partida's going to be starting on offense. And then we've got Alvarado, Jason Neal, the leading tackler on the team, and James Gomez, who is starting both ways tonight.
And
James
good
Gomez.
luck to those young sophomores. They will be tested today, Cortez and Neal, because PSJ, they like to run the spread and a lot of passing.
All right, and it's PSJA kicking off. Nicky Rowe receiving. Rowe going from right to left. So they field it at the 5-yard line, across the 20, hit at the 25, and down at around the 28-yard line. That was a nice little return by Alex Anzaldua. And Rowe will start off on offense.
Mark, tell us about the stats for Jonas Ortiz. He comes in here, I think, with 75%. It's unbelievable. And you know, his quarterback
Jonas Ortiz,
rating.
completed 75% of his passes this season, which is amazing. It's through 6 games. He's the leading passer and the leading rusher on the team right now.
And you know, he doesn't have a lot of yards, Mark, but all those yards are very critical when he runs.
Yeah, and there we see his numbers, 1,175 yards passing, an incredible touchdown to interception ratio, 17 touchdowns, only one that was picked off this year. As he hands off on first down, this looks like Partida. And Partida gains a few yards. It'll be across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
And I think so far every game here on this home field, offensive coordinator Sean Torrentola, he does like to run the ball, because what he's trying to do is establish the run to get the defense on their edges, and then you throw the ball. Mark, let's get back to Jonas Ortiz. Unbelievable. I believe 17 touchdowns and 1 interception. And that's a quarterback rating of about 145. That's an unbelievable rating.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. And there we see again the Garza Elementary cheerleaders, the home of the Unicorns. They're looking fine in their royal blue. They're here with the Rowe cheerleaders here tonight. course, Garza, a school, they feed into Nicky Rowe, so those young ladies will be future Lady Warriors. So 2nd down and 5 now for Nicky Rowe. Had an official's timeout there for a moment. As they hand it off straight ahead, it's Partida again, and he's knocked down at the 35.
And on defense for the PSJA Bears, keep an eye on number 11. I do believe that's Jacob Sanchez, and he is something else. He already got himself involved in the second play of the game.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 3 now for the Warriors at their own 35-yard line. Shotgun snap to Ortiz. Play action. It's going to roll out to his right. It's nowhere to throw, and finally has to throw it away. So you did have a man in the area, Michael Gonzalez, but it'll bring up 4th down.
And give credit to the secondary for the PSJA Bears, doing a good job not allowing Jonas Ortiz. He had plenty of time on the rollout, but he could not find anybody open. Plenty of time, as you can see on the replay, but didn't have anybody open.
So Rowe will punt the football. Jonathan Velasquez punting it and gets a good one inside the 20 and still rolling the Warriors' way, and killed at the 14-yard line. So the Bears will start off at their own 14 with 10:36 to play here in the first quarter.
And I know we've talked about Jonas Ortiz, but Justin Morales for PSJA, last year he was a slot receiver, and because of his athletic ability, he's now the quarterback. Mark, he's got pretty good stats himself.
There we see Jason Neal, the safety, leading the team with 36 tackles. And Morales, the quarterback, having a good year, is going to throw on 1st down. This is caught on the left side. That's Marco Guajardo.
Marco Guajardo, one of the many receivers with plenty of speed, but this is a young man on your screen that you really got to be careful with, Miguel Flores. He is unbelievable, has 48 receptions, 700 yards. Every time he catches the ball, 15 yards per game, has 8 touchdowns. His longest is 75 yards.
And on 2nd down and 8, they're going to throw it, intended for Miguel Flores, and he makes the catch across the 30 for a 1st down.
And what makes Miguel Flores dangerous, Mark, is not only his speed. He's got great hands, but he is a great route runner. Last year, Mark, get this, he won the 400-meter race at regionals. He's a regional champion in the 400-meter dash.
Wow, came in with 48 receptions. There's a fumble here on 1st down, and the quarterback Morales just has to fall on it.
I don't think Morales was waiting for it, but luckily he got a good bounce.
A loss of 3. So bring up 2nd and 13 now.
Morales is coming into this game, Mark, with 136 completions out of 221 attempts, 1,600 yards, something like that. He's got a lot of yards under his.
Yeah, he's ahead of Ortiz by about 500 yards as he rolls out to his left on 2nd and 13, and he's going to get sacked.
Awesome.
Great play there by Alonso.
And if Alonso doesn't make that play, Mark, Morales probably will get yourself a 1st down. With the PSJ Bears, the quarterback will roll out a lot, Mark. He will roll out maybe about 80% of the time, and he likes to throw the ball like at the hash marks. As you take a look at this play, he was going to throw it, didn't find anybody open, and that's what you call a shoestring tackle.
And back to action as Morales wants to throw, evades a couple of rushers. Now he wants to run it, taking off across the 40 and near the 45-yard line. Looks like he might have enough for the 1st down.
And that's what speed does for you, Mark. Morales was in trouble. The Warrior defense had a couple of opportunities to get him for a loss or even just a short gain. But
yeah, it's just short. 4th down and 1.
Decision time. What will Lupe Rodriguez do?
So PSJA takes a timeout. No score in the game with 8:27 to play in the first quarter. This is McAllen ISD football night.
Looks like the Bears will be going for it, Mark. Junior Vasquez, our running back, comes in here with the most yardage, close to 400 yards.
Yeah, they haven't given him the ball yet. We'll see what they do here. 4th and 1. They snap it to Morales, who's going to keep it. Gets around the left side for the first down. Crosses midfield into Rowe territory. All the way down to about the Rowe 43.
And all you do there, Mark, is just allow your quarterback to make a good decision to whether he needed to run up the field or just go around the way he did. Good blocking on the left side for the Bears. And that's an important first down. Keeps your team on the field of play.
Yeah, would have given Rowe the football in Bears territory. A little bit of a risk there, but the Bears execute well on the 4th and 1. As Morales wants to throw on first down, has to throw it away. Nearest receiver in the area was Vigo Lopez.
And even though that ball was incomplete, Mark, Justin Morales, a senior, that was a smart play. He rolled out, didn't see his receiver open, and just decided to throw the ball out of bounds. Why cause a turnover when you don't have to? And there's a penalty.
That's our first flag tonight.
Right on the snap. False start on the offense, number 1. That's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
And that penalty flag, David Corona, the referee, he's leading a group of 7 tonight, Mark.
So 2nd down and 15 now for the Bears. Morales back to throw. His faces the rush of Villarreal, nearly got him. Then Morales has to throw it away as the defense was closing in. Be 3rd down and long.
And you can see why Morales is the leading sack man for the Warriors. He does a great job of getting in there quickly, and he's the reason that play did not work. Like you said earlier, Mark, Villarreal's coming in here with 4 sacks this year.
So on 3rd and 15, Morales back to throw us plenty of time. He's going to throw it long. Has a man down there. It's tipped and incomplete. Great defensive play there by Nicky Rowe to save a possible touchdown. It's Mark Villarreal, the sophomore. Got his mitt on the football.
And that's what I talked about, Mark, that the sophomores had to do their job today. I think the ball was slightly underthrown, Mark. That gave the opportunity for the defender to get there. Now they are going to have to punt with a 4th and 15 situation.
It was intended for Marco Guajardo. And here's the punt.
Wow.
Fielded by Rowe. Risky catch there.
Yes.
Caught at the 12-yard line.
I bet you the Rowe coaches were holding their breath on that one.
So Rowe will take over their second possession. 7:49 to go here in the first quarter. No score.
And how about that, Mark? We expect a lot of points on the board, and the 2 defenses, they made stops on the first possessions.
Nicky Rowe cheerleaders under the direction of Coach Larissa Cantu.
And you got to give
Receiving team number 4.
penalty.
Half the distance.
But Mark, you got to give the Rowe Warriors a lot of kudos because they come in here undefeated, and they've overcome a couple of injuries. And that's what I thought the referee corrected himself. He had originally announced that it was an illegal block on the Warriors when actually it was on the Bears. But hey, nobody's perfect, Mark. I know you hardly ever make any mistakes up here when you're announcing, but that's okay. But that gives the Warriors a better opportunity starting on their own 22 instead of about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, moves it out 10 yards. At their own 22 is Ortiz going to throw to the right side. This is bobbled and then caught by Partida, or make that Luna. And Luna pulled down after a gain of 3.
Derek Luna. We've talked about it. He was highlighted in the monitor as what a gifted athlete he is. He'll do anything he's asked to do. Coach Bobby Flores has a lot of praise for him because he plays defense, he plays offense. Whatever you ask him to do, he'll do.
Yeah, he does. He plays linebacker as well. One of Two Rowe players going back, playing on both sides of the football here this evening as Ortiz throws it deep, and this is going to be incomplete. Looks like it was intended for David Savage.
And that's good news, Mark, because we haven't said his name in a couple of weeks. He started off very good, and then he got a high ankle sprain, so he'd been out for a couple of games. But it's good. I'm sure Jonas Ortiz is very happy to have him back.
Yeah, Savage expected to be the team's leading receiver before he got hurt. This is his first game back in a while. Partita goes in motion on third down. Ortiz throws this and into traffic, and it's knocked down incomplete. Very nearly picked off. It was intended for Gomez and knocked down by Isaac Espino, who happens to be the leading interceptor on this Bears defense.
Pretty much Ortiz trying to force the ball. Receiver was not open, and he's lucky that there was an interception. But Mark, give that PSJA Bear defense a little bit of recognition, because back-to-back stops.
Yeah, they've held Rowe without a first down so far. The second punt by Velasquez. This takes a bit of a Warrior bounce at the Bear 45, and now we'll roll down to the Bear 41-yard line.
Don't pay more before you really get more than what you paid for in bogus. No extra charge.
So the Bears take over with 6:52 to play here in the first quarter. A scoreless game.
You know, Mark, and it's going slow for both offenses, but they can make something happen within 5 seconds, no problems. And I got to give credit to James Gomez, backup quarterback for the Warriors. He's actually playing defense.
And here's Morales, flushed out of the pocket, being chased by Villarreal. Throws it. It's incomplete. Intended for Lopez.
And guess who was putting pressure again on Morales, Mark?
Yeah, Villarreal, right?
Omar Villarreal. He is a very difficult defensive lineman for the Warriors.
That was him, number 44, in the middle of your screen there a moment ago. There we see Coach Robert Flores in his 4th year as head coach of the Warriors. Have a chance to go 7-0 if they were able to win tonight. And we have a flag down.
And you know, Mark, it is a short week, and I wonder if that's what is affecting both teams with a slow start. You usually don't get that extra day to practice when you play on a Friday. So perhaps playing on a Thursday changes the equation during the week on how you work out.
We've had some cooler weather this week, and that's helped a little bit. So we've kind of shifted from summer weather into fall weather a little bit. Man goes in motion. It's Guajardo as Morales wants to throw
He's
deep.
open.
Has a man down there, and it's caught at the 30-yard line by Flores, racing to the end zone, and a touchdown for the PSJA Bears. It's Miguel Flores with his 3rd TD catch of the last 2 weeks, and his 11th of the season.
And Mark, that's what makes our production, McAllen ISD TV, the best in the area, Mark. We talked about it at the beginning, and we even had a little highlight on number 1. We know what's happening. We know how dangerous he is. It's about big plays. And what does Miguel do? Bang. Very difficult to defend.
Here's the extra point try by Jared De Leon. And the kick is up and away, and it's good. And that puts the Bears on top 7-0, but there is a flag down. We'll see what the flag is about. Bears are coming off the field, so this might be against the defense.
Number 13. The extra point was good.
And Mark, it's an unsportsmanlike conduct. It's a big penalty on the kickoff.
That is number 13. First unsportsmanlike conduct.
Don't be surprised if you have an onside kick. Puts you in a tough situation.
They're doing the smile cam now with the Garza cheerleaders.
Can you imagine how excited they are, Mark? So young, and they're on camera, and they know where the camera is because they're all looking. All these opportunities that McAllen ISD offers our youngsters is incredible, Mark. Robotics, chess. We have the McAllen Kids Marathon. We have all kinds of activities for our young ones. Spelling bee, cheerleading, National Honor Society, and the list goes on. I'd like to send a shout out to Principal.
Yeah, Miss Nancy Valenzuela.
Nancy Valenzuela.
Does a great job there with Garza. And the other elementary spotlight. They have Garza in the spotlight tonight. You know, Garza, in fact, won a state chess championship.
Mark, look where the ball's at because of that penalty. It's on the 45-yard line. What do you have to lose if you do go with an onside kick is what I'm saying at this time. I would go with an onside kick.
And we see Joey Partida back to receive. De Leon ready to kick it off. And yeah, sometimes in this situation you do see the onside kick. We don't in this case. So this is kick deep. It'll easily go out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and Rowe will take over at their 25-yard line.
Mark, if you go with an onside kick, you're only giving yourself up like 10 yards if you don't get it. I think it would be worth the risk. I need to talk to some of these coaches. I'm sure Lupe Rodriguez will take my phone call.
Need to write a book on that. Here's another look at the touchdown.
We didn't get to see the move by Miguel Flores, but wide open, and everybody is having trouble trying to defend Miguel Flores.
Yeah, 11 touchdowns now on the year. 50 receptions he has in only the 7th game of the season. So Rowe starts at their 25, a low snap. They're going to flip it forward. I think they're going to rule this incomplete, or is it still? No, there's a beanie down, so this might be considered a fumble, and it is. And it's recovered by the Bears. Nevin
Coach
Aneta.
Flores wants some kind of review. He thinks it was a forward. A forward, and I think he's right, Mark. That was it appeared to me that it was a forward pass. If we can take a look at the replay, we have the benefit of the replay, but I don't know.
Yeah, the Warriors like to do that a lot. They run that little those flip passes. They'll put a man in motion, and they'll snap it right in front of the quarterback, and then he'll just flip it forward.
Is that a pass, Mark?
Oh, that's kind of hard to tell
Is
because he was kind of scooping the ball up.
It's going to go back to the interpretation of when you saw how Jonas flipped the ball forward. Is that considered a pass or a handoff?
Because it's so close, it'd be hard for the official to tell.
Recovered by PSJA. First down, PSJA.
It'd be hard for the official to tell if the quarterback is letting go of the ball or if he's simply handing off the ball.
Right.
And that's where the difference is. And I think Coach Flores is trying to explain that, that was a forward pass. But if the officials don't call it that way on the field, then the call on the field stands. And we see Coach Lupe Rodriguez, a long-time Mission quarterback back in the 1980s, one of the top quarterbacks in Valley history.
No doubt. But maybe in those situations, Mark, because of the way it is, it's considered a handoff.
And so quarterback Morales is going to throw it on first down, and this is caught by Marco Guajardo.
Very nicely done by Morales, especially when you roll out against your throwing motion. He put the ball right where it needed to go. And these are not the only receivers they have, Mark. Guajardo and Flores, they have some other ones.
So a 5-yard completion.
Then all of a sudden you have your passing attack working, and guess what? Junior Vasquez, you can't forget about him. He's a good running back. Junior Vasquez himself, a good receiver.
Yeah, picked up 1 yard.
Vasquez has about 400 yards rushing, and he is also a receiver. He's got about 300 yards.
So 2nd down and 9 as Morales rolls out to throw. Going to throw this, caught around the 5-yard line, diving toward the end zone. We'll see where they spot this, and they're going to call it a touchdown. A great play by Ethan Castillo, who caught the ball at the 5 and then dived for the pylon and connected with it, and it's ruled a touchdown as the Bears now take a 13-0 lead.
And Ethan Castillo came into this game with 25 receptions, so it's like I was telling you, Mark, it's not all about Miguel Flores or Marco Guajardo. It's also about Castillo and Vasquez, and I mean, they have a bunch of good receivers.
19 yards and 3 plays for that drive. So we see the
call
touchdown
right
once
there
again.
by that official. The Bears have an outstanding kicker.
Extra point up, and it is good by Jared DeLeon. Oh, no good, no good.
Oh, did I jinx him, Mark?
I think you may have. It was wide, so that keeps the score at 13-0 with 5:44 to go here in the first quarter. We'll keep it here. And I think these might be the McAuliffe Challenger cheerleaders.
You're going to have an angle from the front side, and I think you're right, Mark.
See, I know
Man, you're on your game today,
Yeah.
Mark. You got the scout report,
Did my
both
pregame
teams,
homework.
including
Yeah.
the cheerleaders,
Yeah, from McAuliffe Elementary School,
the challengers.
named after the Challenger space shuttle, known as
To
the
be
Challengers.
consistent, Mark, since we acknowledged the principal from Garza, we need to acknowledge Dr.
Dr. Sandra
Sandra
Pitchford.
Pitchford.
So the touchdown pass by Castillo is his 5th touchdown of the season. 3-play, 19-yard drive. The score 13-0 after the extra point was missed.
Way to go, McCullough.
Well, we know the Warrior offense is, they can score points, no time to panic. It's still in the first quarter. They need to get themselves a drive going on this possession.
There's the kickoff. This is going to be high and deep, goes out of the end zone, and Rowe will take over once again at their 25-yard line. At 5:44 to go here in the first quarter, and it's 13-0 Bears. A bit of a surprise here as we got a beautiful sunset.
That's one of the best shots I've ever seen up here, Mark, in a football game.
You see the dark, ominous clouds and then the rosy pink sky.
Is that the Nicky Rowe Warrior tower? What a tower?
That's probably the Bulldog Tower.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Rowe Tower a little further north in the city of McAllen. As Ortiz fakes the handoff on first down, has all day to throw, is going to go deep over the middle. Man is there. It's caught by Luna. And Luna deep into PSJA territory at the 35-yard line. And Rowe is in business.
Exactly what they needed, Mark. Exactly what they needed. A big play like that. Get a little momentum on the Warriors side. It all started with a pass protection. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 seconds. That gave Luna plenty of opportunity to get open. And a good catch by Luna.
And so on first down, they're going to hand it off straight ahead. And good space there. That was Joey Partida on the carry up to the 30-yard line, pick up a 5.
You got to be impressed by Partida, the way he runs, Mark. He is fast, he's quick, he grabs the ball and wastes no time. I want to send a shout out to Lorenzo Lopez, who's not playing today. He's injured. Real good running back.
Another handoff up the middle. This goes to Partida once again, up to about the 28-yard line.
Head on by number 11, Jacob Sanchez.
That'll bring up third down and short.
Number 11, Jacob Sanchez, and you'll hear his name all night long on a tackle. So a 3rd and 3 situation, Mark, you are looking at a 2-down territory.
Warriors down 2 scores right now here in the first quarter. They send a man in motion, a play action fake. Ortiz looking downfield. Now flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run and pick up the first down. Goes out of bounds at about the 23-yard line.
Boy, is Ortiz good, Mark. He looked downfield. His receiver was not open. And instead of forcing the ball, possible interception or an incompletion, he decided to take what was given to him, and he got enough yardage for a first down. And so the Warriors are in business at their own 22-yard line.
Man goes in motion. It's Partida. They hand it off straight ahead. Actually, Partida with the ball. And Partida fights his way up near the 15-yard line. Looks like he'll be down at the 16.
And Partida running between the guards is finding some yards. So you know that the offensive line for the Warriors are having a pushback led by center Gilbert Garza, Jacob Mata, Alok Zimmerman.
Now on second down, they'll sweep it to the left side. That's Ansel Dua with the ball. And he's going to actually lose a yard.
And Mark, one thing about the Bear defense, they have a lot of speed. It's going to be hard to get any success running on the outside. And last week they actually did a lot of stunts, and they did a good job of stopping Spates.
So 3rd down and 5. They hand it off to Partida. Partida hit and forced down by a couple of Bears.
You know, last week, Mark, they had a lot of plays where they stopped Memorial's leading rusher, Campbell Spates, but then they gave away about 3 or 4 big plays.
So look at the replay. You'll see Jacob Sanchez and Jaden Arrington make the tackle for the Bears.
Sanchez definitely an all-district first-teamer, an all-Valley first-teamer, and possible all-stater. And they're going for it, Mark.
So Ortiz wants to throw, has time. Now forced to run. Oh, he's going to go down. He's sacked in the backfield. Pulled down by the big defensive end, Manny Castillo. Castillo came in with 1 sack on the year. This is his 2nd sack of the season.
No, Castillo is a very active defensive lineman. Came in here with that sack that you talked about, Mark. And also, he's got some great stats under his belt.
Where the customer is always the MVP.
PSJA Bears doing the job on defense, Mark. Castillo came in here with 44 total tackles, and that's a lot of tackles for a defensive lineman.
So 2:39 to play in the first quarter. 13-0 Bears. And the Bears take over on downs. There's Morales wanting to throw toward the sideline. It's tipped up in the air, and then it looked like it was caught by a Bear and then flipped into the hands of a Warrior. James Gomez ends up with the football.
And Mark, I don't know what the receiver was thinking. He should have just caught the ball and taken it easy. I think on the flags they're going to get 2 kids from each team for unsportsmanlike conduct, but I'd really like to look at the take a look at the replay because
yeah, it looked like he caught it and then deliberately flipped it back inbounds.
Well, he caught it off of a tip.
This
you
was
see
Ethan
the tip
Castillo.
right here, and he did a good job, Ethan Castillo, of catching the ball. Foot was inbounds, and he threw it. I don't know what he was thinking.
We have unsportsmanlike conduct on PSJA number 1. That player has been disqualified.
No way. Wow, that's a big disqualification, Mark. The star on the PSJA side has been disqualified. The kid that got the first touchdown, their leading receiver, and that's quite unfortunate. But Mark, Gomez, the one that got the interception here in the replay, Mark, didn't give up on the play.
That was Jason Neal who came in there to defend.
And Gomez at the right place at the right time, and that's good for Gomez because he was actually the receiver that gave up that first touchdown. That's a big turn of events right there, Mark, that turnover, which was one of our keys to the game. The Bears on a roll, 13-0, and this gives the Warriors an excellent opportunity, but not only getting the ball right there, the fact that number 1 has been ejected is a big, big play.
He did pick up 5 yards on the catch and then ruled a fumble. And then the penalty takes it up to about the 12-yard line. And a short run there for Mateo Yanis for the Warriors.
And then on the tackle once again, who else? Number 11, Jacob Sanchez. Mark, we have a new quarterback, number 5.
Yeah, Giannis playing at quarterback in place of Ortiz at the moment as he hands off to Partida. Partida tripped up at the 5 and gets in for the touchdown. Touchdown Warriors. Joey Partida on second effort scores with 1:53 left here in the first quarter. It's a 3rd touchdown of the year for Partida.
Great hole, Mark. It's a wide open hole. Even you could have carried it. But more importantly, when he finally got hit, he was able to maintain his balance. You give a good running back like Partida the opportunity to score 6 points, and he'll take it.
Oh, extra point blocked by PSJA and still loose as PSJA can return that. Warriors pick it up and then get tackled, so the try will be no good. And with 1:53 to go in the first quarter, it's the Bears 13 and the Rowe Warriors 6. Both teams scoring off turnovers by the other team. Let's go ahead and take a break. You're watching McAllen ISD's Football Night.
Here at Bogus Ford, it's all about family. And this has been a family-owned business since 1933. Yeah, it's a long time, right? So treating you like family is very important to this family. We think you'll agree. It's better at Bogus.
Welcome back to DQ Fan Field. A strange turn of events leads to the Warriors' first touchdown of the night. They trail the Bears here 13-6. We've seen a couple of bizarre turnovers, haven't we? As we look at the touchdown again.
Check out Partida right there. Instead of going down, he kept his balance mark. But that's basically 6 points given away by the PSJA Bears as an early Christmas gift to the Warriors. We talked about it early, Mark, that we're going to have some explosive plays, and we have had a couple so far. You take a look at the helmet behind number 8. They give you a little, look like a bear for every time you do something good, but I wonder they take it away when you mess up.
Here's the kickoff. A little pooch kick is going to be fair caught at the 25-yard line. Caught by Lopez. So the Bears will start off from there, leading 13-6 right now.
And I know the Bears lost a great offensive receiver, but they got a bunch of other kids. They had like 4 that came in with more than 25 receptions, so plenty of weapons for Morales.
Wallace has completed 62% of his passes coming into tonight, chased by Villarreal, and then gets rid of the football just as Villarreal trips him up. I think they're going to rule this an incomplete pass.
Smart play by, so smart, but there is a flag on the play. I thought he was outside the hash mark, so he has the opportunity to throw the ball away anywhere he wants to, I think, Mark, don't you?
Yeah, it looked like he was outside.
And he avoided about a 10-yard loss.
Of course, the ball did not, I don't think it crossed the line of scrimmage.
Oh,
and maybe that's part of it.
That could be the key. We'll find out, see what the man in the white hat tells us.
We had intentional grounding.
Oh, you're right.
On the offense, number 11. That is the spot foul. It also carries a loss of down. Second down.
And give credit to who? Omar Villarreal.
Yeah, Villarreal having a heck of a night.
Yeah.
Pulled the shoe off Morales.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Villarreal is going to be an all-district performer.
There's a long pass on second down. And it's incomplete, intended for Guajardo. Guajardo already has a touchdown catch in this game.
I do believe Marco Guajardo is the son of the baseball coach, Marco Guajardo, I would assume. Pretty good little baseball player himself. So 3rd and 19, if the Warriors can get a stop, that's huge. And coming in to play defense in the safety position is Jonas Ortiz, the quarterback.
Some ominous music coming from the Rowe band right now as the Bears face a 3rd and 19. Morales wanting to throw, has time. He's going to throw this one short, and it's going to be way short of the first down as it was caught by Castillo, but quickly Jason Deal brings him down to prevent him from getting any more yards out of it. And the Bears will have to punt.
Mark, let's go back to the play Omar Villarreal did. He's the one. He's the reason the Bears are going to have to punt. Even though you look at Jason Neal on that replay, the sophomore making a good open field tackle.
The punt for the Warriors, number 4, Alex Atalua.
Uh-oh.
Punt goes over the kicker's head. He's looking for it in the end zone. It's still loose,
Mark.
And the Warriors appear to have it. It's a touchdown for the Nicky Rowe Warriors. And an errant snap proves the undoing of the Bears as the Warriors pounce.
Is that 3 turnovers, Mark?
That's 3 turnovers in the game.
this is football, Mark. The Bears are outplaying the Rowe Warriors, except for the last 5 minutes with the turnovers, and that was one of our keys to our game.
Jonathan Velasquez will attempt the extra point. Last extra point try was blocked. This time it's up and away and good. And the score is tied 13-13. We'll take another look at the touchdown as you see the ball went over the punter, Jared DeLeon's head.
Who was the lucky young man? Number
99, Eric Perales.
Eric Perales. Put the smile cam on him, and I bet you he's smiling, Mark.
Oh, yeah. We'll be right back. We're tied.
I choose McAllen ISD because it allows our teachers to focus on the emotional intelligence of the child and really nurture that side of them.
Back to receive for the PSJA Bears is number 5, Ethan Castillo, and 13.
Yeah, 13 is Guajardo, as this ball's fielded short at about the 30-yard line, run up across the 35 to the 38. The Bears will have excellent field position. Well, we've seen 4 touchdowns here in this first quarter. And it seems like not so long ago, Mario, you were talking about how great the defenses were playing, but the offenses have woken up.
They have, but it was all, especially on the PSJ side, the turnovers that made it easy for the Warrior offense.
See Eric Perales at defensive tackle there. He recovered that fumble in the end zone a moment ago to tie this game at 13. Handoff to Vasquez, and Vasquez finds room to the outside, is near a first down.
You know, Mark, and when you run the ball once in a while, that's what happens. Everybody's expecting to pass, and then you run the ball. That's why Junior Vasquez came into this game with about 400 yards rushing.
There we see Vasquez lining up in the slot this time as Morales wants to throw. Incomplete. Was going to the sideline, intended for Castillo, but there is a flag down in that area.
Get offside on the defense, number 11. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That's basically a free 5 yards by the Warriors giving away because they were on defense offsides. It makes it a 1st and 5 for the Bears.
And moves it into Rowe territory at the Rowe 46-yard line. Morales out of the gun. The Bears like to throw it twice as much as they run it, but they run it here. That's Vasquez with it all the way to the 41-yard line.
And they might be running it a little bit more often because until they stop them. Why not run it, Mark? They're getting easy yards.
That picked up the first down as it was only 1st and 5. There's Morales facing the rush, has to hurry his pass. It's caught by Guajardo, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, and Victor Vega, sophomore linebacker. Morales did a great job of getting the ball away, Mark, because after he threw the ball, Victor Vega was all over him.
Yeah, Mark Vidal was on the coverage there, sophomore defensive back. So Morales hands this off to Vasquez. He has some blocking room. So he gets to the outside and crosses the 35-yard line to about the 37.
And it's a good job that Victor Vega again did not give up on that play because he actually made the tackle from behind. That is the last play of the first quarter, Mark.
And it'll bring up a 3rd down and short as we've reached the end of quarter number 1. And the score is tied 13-13. We'll be back with the second quarter in a moment. This is McAllen ISD Football Night. here for the second quarter. Here on McAllen ISD Football Night, Mark May with Mario Reyna, the rest of our MITV crew. We see the Garza Elementary cheerleaders there to your left. And the teams have switched sides, so PSJA now going from right to left. Is they're going to throw a pass to Vasquez, caught inside the 30, has the first down across the 25 to about the 22, and then a late flag comes in.
I don't know how Morales got rid of that ball, Mark. They had him.
An illegal man down the field on the offense, number
This is
78.
going to come back, Mark.
That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, third down.
So that'll move it back to the 27-yard line.
Check it out, Mark. He was under pressure and he still got rid of it. But unfortunately for the Bears, they had an illegal lineman downfield. So it makes it a 3rd and 7. So look for the rollout and the quick pass.
And here on 3rd down and 7, Morales flushed out of the pocket, wants to throw it, and again throws it out of bounds. But this could be an intentional grounding as it didn't go anywhere near the line of scrimmage or to another Bears receiver.
Mark, and it isn't going to be another intentional grounding. And what makes it important on that play that they also have a loss of down. I want to look at the replay to see who we need to give credit that caused Morales, who put pressure on him. Actually, it was a holding.
That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, third down.
But I
Well, they
still
called
think,
holding.
okay, who's the one putting pressure? Was it Villarreal? There it is. Omar Villarreal once again. The reason it wasn't intentional grounding, Mark, because he actually threw it out of bounds. Correct?
I'm not certain.
Yeah, he threw the ball out of bounds, so I guess you don't have to throw it past the line of scrimmage. So that makes it a 3rd and a long 17. And another penalty coming up. What's going on at this time, Mark? We're week 8. You don't think this would be happening as often.
Right on the snap. False start.
Could it be, Mark, because we're playing on a Thursday? It's a short week. The concentration is not there. I know when I would talk to Coach Bill Littleton, he would tell me he really didn't like to play on Thursdays.
Bears now have 7 penalties in this first half, 2 on Rowe.
And those are penalties that there's just lack of execution. So be careful with Guajardo.
So Morales is going to flip this. It looks like he maybe wants to throw. He's going to be sacked
Man,
way
Vega.
in the backfield.
Victor Vega. That's a great game, Mark.
Yeah. Vega pulling down number 5, Ethan Castillo. And it looked like Castillo may have wanted to throw the football, but had no chance at all as Vega was all over it.
Wow.
Very loss of 14 on the play.
There's a lot of pink out there in the stands, Mark.
And they punt the football. Warriors won't return it. It takes a Bear bounce and be killed at the Warrior 35-yard line. So a 28-yard punt.
And in the last offensive possession, we know that Mateo Llanes, the quarterback, substituted for Jonas Ortiz. Is probably something that offensive coordinator Sean Turntola was trying to do, maybe create some more running plays, but we know Jonas Ortiz is back in the game.
10:23 to go here in the first half. Tied at 13. The Warriors at their own 35-yard line. Going to hand this off straight ahead to Partida. Has a little bit of room there and slices all the way up to the 41. Gain of 6.
Anytime you're gaining 4 to 6 yards, Mark, right up the middle, that's telling you that your offensive linemen are having a great push.
Second down and 5 now. They spotted him back at the 40. Ortiz wants to throw. Going to dump this out. This is Cortez with the catch. The sophomore runs up across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd down and short.
Santiago Palomín in on the tackle of
You take a look at that replay. See Cortez. Now on third down, they'll hand this all straight ahead. Partida keeps his feet, picks up the first down and more. Crosses midfield into Bears territory at the 48.
You know, that offensive line for the Warriors doing a good job. They've done it all year, led by center Gilbert Garza, Alex Zimmerman, Jacob Mata, Jimmy Talamantes, Daniel Alejandro.
And here they go again, handing it off straight ahead. Gets a couple of yards there. That's Partida again.
Number 90,
Manny Castillo. In on that tackle from his defensive end position. Take a look at him on the screen. Look at that helmet that he's wearing. He's got a lot of Bear.
Little Bear icons.
Icons right there.
So second down and 8 now for the Warriors. Snap to Ortiz. Trying to look for somebody downfield and finally has to throw it away. Nearest receiver was Partida.
And that's what a senior quarterback does for you, Mark. He had a lot of time, and yet he just said, I'm not going to throw an interception. And I know a couple of coaches on the Bears sideline are very upset because I think they feel that the officials missed the holding.
See, providing stress on the coverage there, Santiago Palomín. At third down and 8 now for the Warriors. They throw this out, it's caught. That's Ansel Dua out of bounds inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, and that'll move the chains.
Well done, Mark, well done. Sandua running a very nice route. And Jonas Ortiz giving him an opportunity to get open.
Warriors get 12 yards on third and 8. Tied at 13 with 8:16 to go here in the first half. Partida trying to get outside to the left side, trying to turn the corner, and he does. Breaks a couple tackles, breaks another tackle now inside the 20, and a spin move gets him down near the 16-yard line. Just superb running by Joey Partida here tonight.
Holy wow. I know he's good, but he put it into another gear on that one, Mark. He's fast, tough, has great balance. Refused to go down. It took like 7 Bears to bring him down.
Espino finally brought him down along with some teammates, but not before he picked up 18 yards. First and 10 at the 16s. A handoff or fake the handoff. Ortiz keeping it this time to the right. Tries to turn the corner at the 10. Races down the sideline and is in the end zone for a touchdown. Jonas Ortiz with a 16-yard run for his second touchdown in 2 weeks.
And Mark, what are we talking about? He doesn't come in here with a lot of rushing yards, but it looks like every yard that he gets are so important for the team. He'll either score a touchdown or get you a really important first down. But the fake that he did when they were going to get him, and we'll take a look at it in the replay, froze the defender and gave him an opportunity to use his speed to roll into the end zone.
Here's the extra point try by Velasquez. Is up, and this is good. And our score now, Warriors 20, and the Bears 13 with 7:34 to go here in the first half. We take another look at this touchdown.
That froze the defender. And he tippy-toed, what do you call that? Little gymnastic move.
Yeah, rode the tightrope there.
There you go.
20-13 Warriors. We'll be right back. Yard drive in 8 plays culminated with this run here by Jonas Ortiz. His second touchdown rushing of the year.
Mark, and if you look at the scoreboard, 20-13, the Warriors, that goes back to those two unusual turnovers. That's why they have the lead.
And the kickoff goes to the 10-yard line. Run up across the 20, picks up some blocks, 25, and it will go down about the 27-yard line. Nice little run by Castillo.
And Mark, something I noticed was that Coach Lupe Rodriguez was all over the official. So he's not happy with some part of the officiating here.
Bears at their own 27 with 7:25 to go in the quarter. Bears have 2 timeouts to work with. So Morales rolls out, going to throw toward the sideline, and this is over the head of Guajardo. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
And I can guarantee you that Morales felt the pressure coming from behind. Omar Villarreal will not get credit for a sack or a tackle or anything else, but he put some pressure from behind, and Morales felt it, and he just threw the ball away.
So on 2nd down, Morales wants to throw. He's going to go long over the middle, and this is incomplete. Looked like it was intended for Castillo once again.
And you know, the Bear attack is a little bit out of sync, Mark. But when you lose a very good superstar wide receiver, it hurts the flow of your game. I heard the announcer say out the score, Mark, for the Yankee-Astro game, and he said, in the 2nd quarter, the Yankees won, the Astros 0.
So if the Astros come back in that one as Morales trying to bring the Bears back, throws on 3rd and 10. This pass is incomplete. 2 receivers in the area.
There's a flag, a late flag.
Vasquez and Guajardo were in the area. We'll see what the flag is about. Officials discussing that now. Rowe up 20-13. PSJA led early 13-0, but it's been Rowe with 20 unanswered since then.
Yeah, they were up 13-0 with the ball, and then things just started to go south.
We had holding on the defense on the eligible receiver, number 13. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic, 1st down.
And the Warriors with a bad penalty there, letting the Bears out of they had thrown an incompletion on 3rd down, and now it's going to be a 1st down for the Bears. Coach Robert Flores not happy about that.
And now it's his turn not to be happy, especially because they were getting ready to get the ball, and that gave them automatic 1st down on that penalty.
And there's a handoff. Vasquez sweeping to the right side, breaks the tackle, and is hit at the 40-yard line, and then falls forward to about the 42, gain of 5 on the play.
J.R. Vasquez refusing to go down and getting that extra yard.
So 2nd down and 5 now for the Bears. At the 42-yard line. Morales throws a pass to the left side. It's complete to Guajardo. Guajardo runs up across the 45. Tackled inbounds at the 47 in Bear territory.
Mark Villarreal in on that tackle, Mark, and a good thing that he was able to get him, because Guajardo was just getting his balance so he could run as fast as he can, and he is a speedster.
Bears pick up the 1st down, 6:15 to go. Clock is running. Handoff, this is Vasquez. Breaks through 1 tackle, crosses midfield, and gets to about the Rowe 48-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Clock is under 6 minutes now to go in the 1st half.
And on the last tackle was Jacob Carr.
spotted Warrior territory, Warrior 49.
Spot him at the 49, so second down 6. 3 receivers to the right for the Bears. So they put a man in motion. That's Guajardo. But then a flag goes down.
Ball start on the off, number 64. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, second down.
And those 5-yard penalties, Mark, they do come back to hurt you. It definitely sounds a lot different when you say 2nd and 6 as compared to 2nd and 11. It almost makes it a throwing down. At 2nd and 6, you could basically run or throw.
So second down and 11, same formation for the Bears. Morales wants to throw as Omar Villarreal runs through there, is pushed away, and he throws into the middle. Vasquez catches it at about the 45-yard line in road territory. Be just short of the first down, but a big pickup there for the Bears.
That was a pretty good little play there of making something happen by Morales.
It was a 10-yard pickup.
He felt the pressure from Villarreal.
Tackle on the play by the Warriors' Jacob Carr.
It almost looked like a wrestling kind of tackle.
And here on 3rd down and 1, the quarterback Morales will keep it. Picks up the first down up to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 3 on 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, Morales is a very capable runner, Mark. He came into this game with 250 yards rushing.
First down.
Clock still running at 4:22 to play in the first half. Warriors by a touchdown. Bears on the march, however. Morales rolls out left, buys himself some time, throws over the middle. Man wide open, that's Castillo at the 20. Breaks a tackle at the 15 and runs into the end zone for a touchdown as flags come down from all over. It's an apparent touchdown for the Bears of 41 yards, but we'll see what these flags are about.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, there's a penalty for an illegal block in the back, and there's probably going to be another penalty for taunting. At the end of the day, the Bears are going to lose out on 6 points.
This might be a spot foul, but where the flags are was way downfield near the 15-yard line. 4 flags on the field.
So you're going to get an illegal block in the back that's going to bring the ball back, and then from that point, I think they'll give you a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, possible taunting. It'll go half a distance to the goal. So we'll see. I'm not a football official. They've been busy this first half, Mark.
Yeah, there have been 11 penalties in this first half combined by the two teams. This would be number 12. We'll look at the play once again.
Morales does a good job of throwing the ball.
There's a little throwback pass to Castillo.
There's the illegal block in the back.
Number 80 in the offense, a blindside block.
There you go.
That's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So it'll be a spot foul, so they'll still pick up yardage out of it.
And that's
it does wipe off a
unfortunate,
41-yard
because
touchdown.
Castillo really did need that block.
After the play was over, we have unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty. First down, PSJA.
So the touchdown comes off the board. And each team has 15 yards marked off against it. So the net result is it's PSJA's ball at the Rowe 15-yard line. The new first down as we see look at the touchdown again, and maybe you can pick up the block was around the 10. And then there was unsportsmanlike conduct after that as we have a catch here at the 3, a spin move, and into the end zone for, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Great athletic play, though, by Marco Guajardo.
Oh, yes, he's a real good athlete, also in track and baseball. I thought that ball was tipped. We'll take a look at the replay. Yeah, it could have got tipped. Touchdown, J.R. Vasquez.
Yeah, Vasquez gets in for a Bears touchdown.
We got a legal substance. On the defense, that penalty decline. The result of the play was a touchdown.
So 3:53 to go here in the first half. And the Bears have climbed to within 20-19 now. A chance to tie it on this kick.
He missed one earlier.
The Rowe player appears to be offside as they kick it, and it's good. That tied the game at 20-20. With just under 4 minutes to play in the first half.
We had offside on the defense. That penalty decline. The point after is good.
So we're tied at 20, so we take a look at the touchdown one more time. It's a quick snap to Vasquez. And Vasquez jumped into the end zone for the touchdown. We're tied at 20. This is McAllen ISD Football Night.
Congratulations to McAllen ISD, an A-rated district for 2 straight years. That's the highest grade awarded by the state. It's never too late to become part of that and join the McAllen ISD family. It's just 3 easy steps. Step 1 is to call the district at 687-MISD. Step 2 is to choose a school. McAllen ISD has more than 30 options across the city. Step 3 is to bring your child to the school to set them on an educational path to success. Enroll at McAllen ISD. Call today.
Welcome back to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Mark May with Mario Reyna. We're tied at 20. A lot of scoring here in this first half. It was 13-13 after 1 quarter. And the teams are still tied here in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter. The Bears will be kicking off that Bears touchdown drive. 10 plays, 73 yards. It was kept alive by a Rowe penalty at one point. And a touchdown by the Bears came off the board because of a penalty, but they were able to eventually capitalize and score. Here's the return by the Warriors across the 25 up to about the 28-yard line. A nice little return by Ansel Dua. We spot the ball at the 29 after Ansel Dua's return.
You know, someone has been pretty quiet and he's started to come into his own is number 88, the tight end, Gustavo Cruz, and we'll see if they'll get him involved in this offensive possession.
Cruz hasn't caught a pass tonight. Had a touchdown catch last week. So Ortiz wants to throw. He's going to throw this one long down the right sideline, and it's incomplete. Looked like it was intended for David Savage.
And that could just be a little bit of rust, Mark, because he hasn't played in about 4 or 5 games. David Savage usually catches that ball. Well-placed football by Jonas Ortiz. Wow,
Look
awesome.
at it again.
Awesome, what do you call it, camera work there.
Oh, yeah. Jaime Hinojosa, the cameraman who caught that action. Here's a big run here for Partida across the 50. Still going. It's a foot race at the 30. And now he cuts inside at the 20. Who's going to score? Joey Partida takes it long distance for the Nicky Rowe Warriors. And they lead it 26-20.
And that's what speed does for you, Mark.
No flags.
What a great hold opened by that offensive line, led by center Gilbert Garza, Alex Zimmerman, Jacob Mata, Jimmy Talamantes, and Daniel Alejandro. I'm sure Joey Partida is real grateful for that big hole they opened for him.
There's the extra point up and good. 3:29 to go here in the first half, and it's the Warriors 27 and the Bears 20 as we look at this once again.
Check out that big hole, Mark.
Oh, wow,
untouched.
yeah, almost untouched. Partida takes it to the house from 71 yards.
That puts him over 100 for sure, Mark.
Oh, yes. His second touchdown of the game. Warriors lead at 27-20. We'll be right back. here another look at the 71-yard touchdown run. Another big play, isn't it, Mario?
That's right, and that's why we put that as one of our keys to the games, because both teams have explosive players, Partida being one of them.
And Partida with 2 touchdowns tonight has doubled his output. He's got 4 touchdowns now on the season. And the kickoff is going to go out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and the Bears will have it at their 25-yard line. The Bears have 2 timeouts and 3:29 on the clock to work with in a game that they trail by 7. Bears led early 13-0, and the Warriors took a 20-13 lead. The Bears came up and tied it, and the Warriors have since regained the lead.
And it looks like we're headed to a kind of like a basketball score here tonight.
Oh, could be. Hand off to Vasquez, and Vasquez fights his way back to the line of scrimmage.
First contact, 99.
Clock will run now, though, at 3:16 to go.
And with only about 3 minutes to go, Mark, that's a lot of time, especially for both teams here.
Yeah, both teams are very strong passing teams and can score quickly. Morales with time to throw here on 2nd down. Completes his pass to Castillo. Castillo up to the 30. Tackled in bounds. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Ball spotted on the PSJA 30.
And 3rd down and 5 now as Morales wants to throw it. And it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be incomplete.
And Mark, with 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go, and the clock has stopped. There's no penalties. So the Warriors should get the ball back in decent field position. And with Jonas Ortiz being your quarterback, they have an opportunity to add more points.
Yeah, it might have been Jacob Carr or Omar Villarreal that tipped that pass. And leads to 4th down and 5 in a Bears punting situation. Jared DeLeon in there to punt for what would be the 3rd time tonight.
It's a short punt. Oh, great bounce, though.
Yeah, it takes a big Bear bounce all the way to the 36-yard line. So the Warriors will have some time. 2:24 to go here in the first half. They have all 3 of their timeouts. They lead by 7. So we see the Garza Unicorn cheerleaders.
You know, Mark, and anytime you're in a punting situation like that and it's a bad punt, you got to come and get it. That cost the Warriors about 15 yards.
Hand off to Partida. His last carry went 71 yards for a touchdown. This one for about 1 yard. And the clock will run.
With only a 2-yard gain, expect a passing down here. Look out for Ansaldua, maybe Savage. And I'm still waiting for a reception for Cruz.
Ortiz wants to throw. This is going to be caught. This is Alonso with the catch. He often plays linebacker, but also plays on offense as the ball comes out, but they think they're going to rule him down. It'll be a completion up to the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and short.
And give head referee Corona credit on that one. He came up from his referee position to quickly say that that ball, that Alonso was already down.
You have timeout, PSJA. That's the second charge timeout of the first half.
The Bears elect to call their 2nd timeout of the half with 1:51 to play. They have an opportunity to get the ball back as the Warriors are facing a 3rd down and 4. 27-20 is our score. Rowe on top. They have touchdowns from Joey Partida. He has 2 of them, in fact. Jonas Ortiz, the quarterback, has a touchdown run. And then Eric Morales, the defensive tackle, recovered a ball in the end zone for a touchdown. The Bears' points have come from their quarterback, or excuse me, their quarterback pass to Miguel Flores, caught a 59-yarder for a touchdown. And then Ethan Castillo has a touchdown catch, and J.R. Vasquez has a short touchdown run. Morales with 2 touchdown passes tonight for the Bears. So 3rd down and 4 now for the Warriors after the Bears timeout. Partida goes in motion. They'll put 2 receivers to the left. So Ortiz wants to throw towards the left side. It's caught by Gustavo Cruz. Yeah, the tight end catches it up at the 48-yard line. That'll stop the clock momentarily while they move the chains.
And you know, on this play, Mark, I want to see who helped out. They actually sent the best defender for the Bears, Jacob Sanchez, on a blitz, and one of the linemen picked him up. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to give him credit, but that's a good play.
Clock starts rolling again at a minute 25 as Ortiz wants to throw toward the sideline. It's caught by Ansel Dua.
Get out of bounds.
Does not go out of bounds, however, as he crosses the 40 up to about the 36-yard line.
Well, the Warriors do have 3 timeouts, Mark, but they're not taking one. Because the ball does stop, the first down does stop the clock.
Yeah, now it starts up again as they set the chains. Minute 7 to go. They hand this off to Partida. Flag goes down. Partida stopped for about a 1-yard run. A couple of Bears in there on the tackle, including Jacob Sanchez and Pablo Trevino.
You know, and I got to give credit to offensive coordinator Sean Tarantola, Mark. Today, like he usually does, they score points. He's calling a great game.
Offside on the defense, number 22. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, first down.
A 1st and 5, Mark, at the 31-yard line for the Warriors. With 1 minute to go and 3 timeouts, things are looking good for the Warriors.
Yeah, 1st and 5 situation here at the 31. Ortiz wants to throw, is being rushed. Can't afford to give up a sack here as he evades that one tackler. Now taking off, he's going to throw it toward the end zone. It's tipped and incomplete. It was intended for Luna.
And that's going to get a late hit, I do believe, on quarterback Ortiz. And that's, if it is a late hit, that's a big penalty, Mark.
Espino was on the coverage.
Isn't this kid Ortiz quite a good athlete, Mark? He makes every play exciting.
He does.
He looked like he was going to get sacked like you were talking about it, but it didn't happen.
The flag is on the far side of the field, away from where the play was.
Right, but there's one also on this side.
We had a legal formation on the offense.
Okay.
That's a 5-yard penalty. After the play was over,
there you
we had
go.
unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, number 90.
That's the one that's going to hurt.
That's a 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Boy, this referees today, Mark, they're not messing around. They're throwing flags. And they're all there.
It's the replay of it again. Luna almost caught that at the goal line. What would have been a touchdown. Guarded by Espino. So the net difference on the 2 penalties, it's going to be Rose football at the Bear 21-yard line.
40 seconds to go. Another penalty, Mark.
And Ortiz rolling to the left side and forced to go out of bounds with a loss of about 2.
Back keeper, we have a late flag on the play.
We had legal formation on
What
the
is
offense.
going on with this illegal formations, Mark?
Still first down.
You can't have all the receivers at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you can only have 7 men on the line of scrimmage.
It's only a 5-yard penalty, but they lost like 7 seconds on the clock, so now it's 33 seconds to go. They still have 3 timeouts. That means that the middle of the field is open for a pass because you have your timeouts.
So 33 seconds left in the half. 1st and 15 now for the Warriors. Longest field goal this season, 27 yards, as Ortiz does a pump fake. Now it's going to throw toward the end zone. It's Partida down there. It's incomplete.
You know, because we're up here, we see everything, Mark.
Defending number 7, J.R. Vasquez.
But I don't think Jonas Ortiz saw Cruz right up the middle. He was wide open.
Oh, you're right. As we see that replay, Cruz looked wide open over the middle. Partida in the end zone. Espino down there on coverage, another Bear.
27 seconds to go, Mark. Plenty of time for 2 or 3 more plays.
Ortiz back to throw. Here comes the rush. Looking toward the end zone, and now has to fire it, and it's incomplete, intended for Cruz.
Boy, Ortiz is a very deceptive, Mark. You think you're going to sack him. I'm sure the defender's thinking, I got him, and he gets away. He's got great footwork.
Yeah, doesn't panic.
18 seconds to go.
Got that senior experience.
The only thing about the 18 seconds to go and your 3 timeouts, Mark, but unfortunately for the Warriors, it is a 3rd and 15.
Probably 2 down territory at this point. Play clock under 5 seconds. And now I think Rowe calls timeout to avoid the delay of game.
They do have a Mark.
Timeout. Nicky Rowe. That's the first timeout of the first half.
So Rowe uses a timeout, leading 27-20 with 18 seconds left before halftime. We'll take a quick break. This is McAllen ISD Football Night.
You better have great teachers. You better have a committed staff. Today we found out it's official. We got an A. Yeah! Woo! We got an A. Yeah!
McAllen ISD's A is the highest designation in the state of Texas for 2018-19. McAllen ISD, an A district. And we're back here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. The Warriors leading 27-20. Game they trailed 13-0 at one point. Been back and forth since then. The Warriors trying to add a little bit to that here in the last 18 seconds of the first half.
Maybe the Warriors might try to get themselves some few yards and maybe go for a first down, Mark. If they could get the ball to about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Warriors facing 3rd and 15 as Partida goes in motion to the left. And Ortiz wants to do a quarterback draw here and has some room, crosses the 20 and then is forced out of bounds, well short of the first down. Good play by the Bears and Pablo Trevino to force him out. And I'll bring up 4th down with 13 seconds left.
Yeah, trying to get themselves some yardage to try to make it an easier 4th down, unless the Warriors are gonna, they are not lining up for a field goal. So with that yardage gain by Ortiz, it makes it a 4th and 7 and 13 seconds. They're going to call a timeout because there's no need to save it.
Nicky Rowe. That's the
Yeah,
second
Rowe will use their second timeout, leaving them with 1. And of course, they can still afford to stop the clock one more time for a possible field goal attempt. They're facing right now a 4th down and 7, leading 27-20. Take a look at the schedule for the Nicky Rowe Warriors, how they've done this year, who they've got left. They have all victories so far over Weslaco, Mercedes, Edinburgh North, and then in district play over Mackay, La Jolla, Juarez Lincoln, and the PSJA North Raiders. Trying to get the sweep over the PSJA schools if they can win tonight. And they've got the Mission Eagles on the road next week on Friday, October 25th, and they'll be back at home against La Jolla on November the 1st, and then in a game that could decide the district title, McAllen Memorial and Nicky Rowe on Friday, November 8th in the last regular season game. And that would also probably decide the city championship as well. Something that Memorial won last year. 4th down and 7 now as Ortiz wants to throw. Has some room to the left side. He's going to throw this toward the end zone. It's a jump ball and it's tipped and incomplete. And it'll be Bears football. Intended for Cortez.
And David Herrera playing some good defense. Well, the Warriors decided not to go for a 35-yard field goal. Give credit to number 52 for the Bears. Number 52, Roberto Grimaldo, putting pressure on Jonas, making him throw the ball.
We'll see what the Bears can do with 6 seconds left. They do have 1 timeout. Likely they'll just down the football.
I would.
And Morales is going to take a knee, and that'll be the first half. So at halftime, it's Nicky Rowe 27 and the PSJA Bears 20. We've got the PSJA Bear Marching Band coming up, followed by the Nicky Rowe Marching Band. We'll have our halftime stats, and we'll be back with the second half of action. Here's a look at some highlights from the first half of this thriller right now. 47 combined points between these two, 27-20. So we see Joey Partida taking it to the house. That's given the Warriors their lead here at the break. We'll be back with more action. This is McAllen ISD's Football Night.
So I choose McAllen ISD because I'm a product of McAllen ISD. I actually went to elementary school here at Rayburn Elementary. I went to middle school at De Leon and also at Morris Middle School, and then I graduated here from Mac High. So it's kind of just in my blood. I feel like it really gives me a good sense of community and being able to give back to the roots that kind of got me to where I am today. And so I wouldn't choose anywhere else because this is my home and this is where I feel like I belong.
The Mighty Warrior Band will now present their pigskin show. The show theme is entitled Celestial Darkness and features music associated with space, love, and pain. Our pre-show opens with a funky version of Also Sprach Zarathustra, also known as 2001 Space Odyssey, followed by Mars from the Planets by Gustav Holst, Nessun Dorma by Giacomo Puccini, and the opera Turandot, and finally, closing with Jupiter from the Planets, also by Holst. Now, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your Mighty Warrior Band! The field direction of Senior Head Drum Major Kendra Gowdy, Senior Drum Major Yoselin Hernandez, and Senior Drum Major Janice Hernandez, we proudly present the Nicky Rowe High School Mighty Warrior Band. To the great students, teachers, administration, community members, band parents, band boosters, and sponsors of James Nicky Rowe High School Warrior Band, we thank you for your outstanding support. The 2019-2020 flag officers are Jessica Gorman and Giselle Sines. The color guard is under the direction of Ms. Felicia Juarez. The Rowe Band under the direction of Mr. Roberto R. Garza, assisted by Abel Ocañas, Henry Castillo, Laura Morin, Joey Acosta. Color guard tech Felicia.
Put your hands in the air for Cardinal.
Arriba campeón. Yeah, Southside, Southside, arriba campeón. Oh yeah, sigue luchando campeón. Singing my song. Arriba campeón, arriba campeón, arriba campeón. One time for the Southside. Arriba campeón. Oh yeah, sigue luchando campeón. Singing my song. Arriba campeón, arriba campeón. Only the champions.
Here come the Little Warriors!
Marcos Suarez's son was in the lead, but they might have overtaken him at the end. Look at all these kids, Mark. There's a bunch of them.
Little Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, if
Of all the
you're on
elementary
Twitter,
schools.
please follow @McAllen ISD on Twitter and do us a favor. Send your birthday greetings to our home announcer, Celso Gonzalez at Celso Gonzalez.
Take a look at the halftime stats.
Today is his 25th
27-20 is our score. Favor the Warriors.
Birthday.
First downs, 12-10. Favor the Bears. Rushing yards has been overwhelmingly the Warriors.
Thanks to Joey Partida.
And passing yards, you've got the Bears in front. Total yards, almost even though. Penalties, a lot of them on the Bears. And then turnovers, 2 on the Bears, 1 on the Warriors. All 3 turnovers leading to points.
Yes, and if it wasn't for those penalties against the Bears and those turnovers, it might be a different story on the scoreboard.
So the Bears will receive to start this second half as the teams have run out onto the field.
You know, everything was looking good for the Bears early on until they committed those turnovers.
Yeah, and the touchdowns for Nicky Rowe. Joey Partita has 2 touchdowns. Jonas Ortiz has 1, a touchdown run. And then Eric Morales, defensive tackle, recovered a loose ball in the end zone for a touchdown. And for PSJA, it was Miguel Flores with the touchdown catch, and then Ethan Castillo with the touchdown catch from Justin Morales, and then J.R. Vasquez with a touchdown run. B. Velasquez to kick off for the Warriors here to start the third quarter. And it's going to be a touchback.
And all head football coaches will tell you, Mark, that the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, they're very important because that's when you're trying to make your adjustments and trying to get that momentum on your side. And it's important for the Bear offense to stay on the field for a while because the Rowe Warrior offense has been able to find the scoreboard.
So is Justin Morales from first down and 10 at his own 25, hands off to Vasquez. Vasquez breaks a tackle, crosses the 30 up to about the 33-yard line. So he's second down and short.
Eric Perales.
Eric Perales in on defense on a tackle, but not until there was a good 8-yard gain.
So on second down, Morales wants to throw. It's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete, intended for Castillo to bring up third down.
Number 64 for the Warriors.
Pass intended to number 5, Ethan Castillo.
Ryan Martinez.
Defending number 10, James
Was
Gomez.
there
Incomplete.
quickly.
Third down 3.
Morales had to hurry up his throw, and the timing was off, and that's probably why that was an incomplete pass. Makes it a 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and short for the Bears as Morales rolls to his right, throws toward the sideline, caught by Castillo for a first down, and that'll move the chains.
And that's what Morales likes to do a lot. Coach Lupe Rodriguez likes to roll out his quarterback and gets to the hash mark. He stops and throws the ball. A good safe pattern for the first down.
Yeah, Bears now 3 for 9 on 3rd down. Warriors look like they want to rush 4. Now they're bringing a blitz on as Morales throws it quickly right side. Castillo catches it and then is knocked out of bounds right around the 45-yard line.
And that's what you want to do with your good athletes, is give them an opportunity to see if they can get you a big play.
Pickup of 7 brings up second down.
2-yard pickup there. Morales up to 177 yards passing in this game as he rolls out to his left side now. Throws this toward the sideline. This is caught by Lopez, and Lopez is forced out of bounds about the 35, and then a late flag comes in. This is going to be
no need to do that, Mark. Sorry about that, Mark.
Yeah, it's going to be unnecessary roughness.
The offensive player was already way out of bounds, and just let him go. And the Warriors had some problems last week with some unsportsmanlike penalties, and they got a couple here today. So that's going to give them another 15 yards and put them in a...
On the defense, that's a 15-yard automatic first down.
And that's a... So you take a look at the play, the rollout, stop, throw.
So it was an 8-yard pickup, then a 15-yard penalty.
I always wonder how all those signals that the coaches have to get the plays in. And PSJA Bears has a unique way of, and maybe we can get a shot at how they get the plays in, Mark. There you are.
Oh, yeah, there we
right
go.
on cue by All kinds of gadgets there.
Using a lot of.
Could you read that play there, Mark?
A lot of sports team logos. Well, looks like it was some kind of a draw play that they called over there as they handed off to Vasquez. Vasquez up to the 15-yard line for a gain of 7.
And it was such a good draw play, Mark, that the defender. There are the cards right there, Mark. Let's see if we can call the next play. It looks like it's going to be a little bunch of local sports teams, like you called it, Mark.
They got to switch the order real quick.
There's how you call the play in.
Yeah, one is for like the formation, another will be for like a run or a pass, and so on. As Morales goes back to throw, runs out to his right side. It's being forced toward the sideline as nobody was open, and ends up at around the line of scrimmage.
Morales doing the right thing, trying to get himself and the Bears a couple of yards instead of an unnecessary turnover. He still got himself 6 yards on that play. So 3rd and 4, you're looking at 2-down territory for the Bears.
Yeah, Bears down a touchdown here in this third quarter. 27-20. It's Warriors in front. Morales looking left. He's going to throw that direction. Receiver fell down. No flags in the area, and it'll be an incomplete pass.
And I'm sure the PSJA fans would like to see where is that yellow flag. But if you take a look at the replay, both of them just collided. So you can't fault the defender on a play like that.
Andres Garza, closest man on the coverage, is intended for Castillo. And bring up 4th down now.
Good job by Andres Garza being right there. Good no call by the officials on that play. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout by the Bears.
So the Bears elect to call timeout with 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter, facing a 4th down and 4. And we've got Jonas Ortiz there playing a little bit of defense.
Yeah, they do use him on occasion, especially when they need a stop. He'll come in on a 3rd down.
That's a lot of study for him because he's got to not only know the offensive game plan forwards and backwards, but has to be familiar with the defensive game plan as well.
Yeah. And that's the same for the other Warriors kids that play both ways, like Partida, Derek Luna, Jose Alonso.
So it's 27-20, Warriors in front. 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Bears on the march. They're facing a 4th down and 4.
Friday, October 18th.
They're at the Bears 16-yard line. Or excuse me, the Rowe 16-yard line. Play clock at 15. And Morales will bark out the signals. Man Castillo goes in motion. Morales will roll to his left, being chased, and then throws it, and it's incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Lopez.
And that was a big drop, Mark. Morales did a good job of rolling out. Protection was there.
Again, the Rowe High School will hold its
and
fall
sometimes
festival
those are
on
the
Friday.
hardest passes to catch, Mark, which are really the easiest passes.
Yeah, it'll be turnover on downs, and Rowe will take over at their own 16-yard line. 9:55 to go in the third quarter. So Ortiz will fake the handoff and hand it to Partida. Partida rushing forward up to across the 20 to about the 24. They'll bring up 2nd down and short.
Nice gain by Partida to make it an easy 2nd and maybe 2 yards. But the umpire there almost, the umpire, the official almost helped out with the tackle. Partida was looking up at him saying, "Get out of my way."
So 2nd down and 2. Canzaldua in motion. They fake to him. Ortiz looking downfield is looking for his tight end, Cruz. It's incomplete. On the coverage was Mario Cantu for the Bears.
And Cruz was open, Mark. He's a big target, slightly overthrown by Jonas. But if you want to not complete a pass. That's what you want, Mark. One that only your receiver has the opportunity to catch the ball. They might come back to that play later on.
We'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Rowe Drumline is in top form right now. And they fake the handoff to Partida. Ortiz wants to keep it and is going to be slammed at the line of scrimmage.
They stopped them.
Yeah, good stop by the Bears. I think with Jaden Arrington in there on the tackle. There's the Rowe Drumline. Getting the crowd all into it.
A very unique band by the Warrior band, especially when they start the game off under the tunnel, Mark.
Oh yes, we want to wish the band the best of luck too. Pigskin is just 2 days away. It's kind of the Super Bowl for bands, Valley bands. Wish good luck to the Mustang, Bulldog, and Warrior bands. So those Warriors right there. Going to be grooving it up at the Pigskin on Saturday.
Well, the Bears with a golden opportunity, Mark. They take over on the Warrior 46-yard line.
Yeah, good opportunity for the Bears. Still trailing by 7 here in this 3rd quarter as we have a stoppage and a flag down.
Before the snap, ball start on the offense, number 66. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
And you know that Coach Lupe is not happy with that. Those penalties that keep hurting the Bear offense, Lupe Rodriguez.
Morales wants to throw and tries for the screen pass, but that's smelled up by the Warriors. Omar Vidal was in there on the play along with Jacob Carr to get that stoppage.
Omar Vidal was not fooled at all. Jacob Carr also in on that tackle.
So 2nd and 15 after they lose yardage. And now Morales wants to throw deep right side. It's underthrown and it's going to be incomplete.
Well defended on that play. Ethan Castillo was the intended receiver. And James Gomez was right there at the right place, playing good defense. James Gomez is actually the backup quarterback.
And Morales back to throw on 3rd and 15. Running for his life and finally gets rid of it.
And you know why he got rid of it? He knew he was right behind him. They're going to have to punt the ball, Mark. Once again, another play by Omar Villarreal. What do they put on their helmets when they have a good? We know the Bears are putting some little bears on their helmet. Well,
the Warriors, I think, might be a tomahawk or something like that.
It's a tomahawk. I'm telling you, they're going to run out of tomahawks for Omar Villarreal. He's having another great game.
There's the punt by the Bears, their 4th of the game.
Wow, that was dangerous, Mark.
Ansel Dua making the circus catch down there around the 26-yard line. So Rowe will have a decent field position. 7:53 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Not only is the Rowe Drumline going to be performing Saturday, but another group performed earlier today, and that was the Rowe girls cross country team. They won the district championship.
Thank you for bringing that up, Mark. Congratulations to longtime legend Rio Grande Valley Sports Hall of Famer Lupe Sosa.
Yeah, their head coach. So here's Ortiz on 1st down. It's going to be a flip pass to Ansel Dua. Lots of space before he's upended by Isaac Espino at about the 37-yard line, a gain of 11.
that play pretty much worked because of the good blocking up front by the linemen.
That was just like the play that Rowe tried to run in the first quarter that was ruled a fumble.
An excellent
that set up a Bear
play.
touchdown.
Yes, sir. Isaac Espinosa.
And Ortiz on a quarterback draw. It's going to be hit and go down at about the 39. Gain of 2 on the play.
Number 23 in on the defense there. Not being fooled. Jaden Arrington. You know, Ortiz is very deceptive. He's real quick. He's not easy to bring down. Definitely a passing down, a 2nd and 8. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Man in motion. They'll fake it to him and they'll hand it off up the middle.
What are they doing, Mark? Didn't I say it was a passing down? I have to talk to Sean Tarantola. If he would have listened to me, Mark, it wouldn't be 3rd and 8.
Bears are 4th and 9 on 3rd downs.
4 out of 9?
4 out of 9, facing a 3rd and 8 right now.
That's not a bad percentage.
We got a timeout on the field right now with Rowe leading 27-20 here in the mid-third quarter. The Bears on their sideline. PSJA Bears came in at 3-3 overall and 2-1 in the district. Trying to knock off Nicky Rowe, which is undefeated at 6-0 and 3-0 in the district.
And they had a game, I think, against La Jolla where they scored 70 points. And last week, boy, did they lose a close one. 2-pointer in a wild game against the Memorial Mustangs.
Yeah, 39-37 was that score. So the teams traded the lead several times throughout the game. The Mustangs ended up on top.
Let's see if they throw the ball in the direction of Cantu or Alsaldua.
So on 3rd down and 8, Ortiz wants to throw. Didn't see anybody to his right. Now he's in trouble. Still going. Buys himself a lot of time. And there's the pass complete at the 49. That was Gustavo Cruz's big tight end. And it's a 1st down for the Warriors.
I knew he would get a ball eventually, Mark. But I think there's a penalty. Probably an ineligible player downfield or something. Holding.
On the offense. Number 61. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat 3rd down.
No wonder he had a lot of time to throw, Mark. There was some holding. But that gives you an indication of the quarterback that Jonas Ortiz has become. He scrambled, bought some time, and then had the ability to find an open receiver downfield. And unfortunately, the holding will bring that play back.
That was a terrific play. Ortiz doing a wonderful job to keep the play alive. And finally found Cruz, but it was to no avail. 10-yard penalty moves it back to the 29. It's 3rd and 18 now. 6:07 to play here in the third quarter. Ortiz wanting to throw. Again, all the day in the world, but he has nowhere to throw it to, so he's going to run it across the 40 after he breaks the tackle. And he's going to be short of the 1st down.
But you know, Mark, he got about 10, 12 yards out of that run. And I think there's another penalty because the players keep going backwards. And I wonder if Lupe Rodriguez is going to take the holding penalty, Mark.
That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Or is he going to go ahead and just take the 4th down? But he wants the extra 10 yards. Take a look at this play, how much time he had. Plenty of time. Receivers were not open. Means the secondary did a great job. And the holding happened, Mark, after Ortiz was already out in open field.
Moves it all the way back to the 19, where it's now 3rd and 28. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Ortiz wants to throw. He's going to throw it into the flat to the right side. And this will be stopped for a no gain, really. Caught by number 32, Yahir Garcia. tackle on the play by Pablo Trevino.
And the holding penalties don't count as turnovers, but basically you are kicking the ball away. And one of the holding penalties was big because Jonas had gained himself at least 15 yards. So now, with this punt, the Bears should get the ball around the 50-yard line.
Ethan Castillo back to receive. Velasquez will punt it. Bears put on a bit of a rush, but he gets off a good punt. It's going to be over the head of Castillo.
Man, what a punt, Mark.
And a huge Warrior roll. I'll press the 30, past the 20, inside the 10.
Wow.
It's going to be killed at the 6. Wow.
Wow.
74 yards on that punt.
You beat me to my math, Mark. That is a huge, big play, Mark.
Probably his longest punt of the year.
I expected the Bears to get the ball at the 50, but I talked about that earlier when if you're a punt returner, you got to go get that ball. You got to go get the ball, fair catch it, and that cost them about 20 yards, 25 yards.
So it'll be PSJA ball at the 6-yard line. Tomorrow night we've got more football for you. It'll be Mac High and McAllen Memorial. As Morales back into his own end zone, throws this incomplete. Was intended for Guajardo.
I think what they got to do is get rid of that play, Mark. That's the second time that they've tried to run that play. It didn't work.
So on second down, Morales will roll out to his right side. Short pass is caught at about the 15-yard line. Gomez with the tackle on Castillo.
And that's a big 9 yards right there. Instead of a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 1. There's another kid on the Warrior side that needs a timeout break.
So we had officials timeout with 4:23 to play in the third quarter. Rowe up 27-20. Had a lot of scoring in the first and second quarters. No scoring here in the third.
Looked like the game kind of slowed down. All that adrenaline and rush in the first half is not the same feel here in the third quarter. This is a big game for both teams, Mark, that will definitely have playoff implications. Do you have the standings somewhere, Mark, or do you have them there memorized?
We'll have a little bit of both, but I mean, all you have to do is wish it, and the Magic Genie will make it appear.
Absolutely.
So we have Rowe and Mission tied for first at 3-0 in the district. Memorial and the PSJA Bears came in tonight at 2-1, and then it's PSJA North and La Jolla both at 1-2, and then Mackay and Juarez Lincoln at 0-3. Tomorrow night, McAllen and McAllen Memorial will play. And we'll have that game for you right here on McAllen ISD's Facebook page. And Rowe trying to stay ahead of Mission if they can pull out the win tonight.
Early in the season, there's still more games to play, but all these teams are technically still alive for playoffs. But I would say that the top 6 teams there are the ones that are going to fight for the 4 positions.
And you can see Rowe on the right side, in the right column, is the only team still unbeaten. In fact, top 3 teams have winning records: Rowe, Mission, and Memorial.
And you know, Mission, give them credit. They won some games that didn't look like they should have won, but they still won. And at the end of the day, it's the score on the scoreboard that counts.
Yeah, Mission has won all 3 of their district games by squeakers. 2 on the last play of the game. Another one was a 1-point victory. But like you said, at the end of the day, it's either a win or a loss. So 3rd down and 1 for the Bears. Morales quarterback draw, has the first down and more across the 20-25 and is pulled down at the 29-yard line. Cortez on the tackle. Gain of 14 on the play.
That looked very dangerous, Mark, that quick burst by Morales. I mean, once he got past the line of scrimmage, there weren't too many defenders.
For Morales now to throw toward the right sideline. Got by Castillo, breaks a tackle, first down. Up near midfield into Rowe territory at the 49-yard line before he was knocked down by Alonso.
A good hustle play by Alonso. Understand Alonso's a linebacker.
It's a 22-yard pickup.
The important part of this was that the tackle was not done, and that gave Castillo an additional 15-yard gain.
Morales now over 200 yards passing for the game. Is going to run this one
And the penalty's coming back.
Out of bounds at the 43, but there is a flag down.
You know, this crew of football officials have been real consistent, Mark. If you...
Holding on the offense number 50. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous ball.
If you cause an infraction, Mark, this group of 7, they're going to catch you, and they're not going to hesitate. They're going to throw the flag. So a big game. Now it will be a first and 20. David Corona, Esteban Martinez, Leo Domingo, Sebio Alvarado Jr., Rudy Garcia, Rudy Herrera, and Mark Resendez. The officials, 7 of them, with a bunch of flags here tonight.
Well, Morales wants to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete over the middle on 1st and 20, intended for Castillo. Jason Neal was defending on the play. Clock stops at 3:17 to go here in the third quarter.
And what is Coach Lupe Rodriguez trying to do? Knows at 2nd and 20, trying to get himself 10 yards here in this play to make it a doable third down conversion.
So 2nd and 20, and Morales back to throw, has time. Short pass complete to Guajardo. And he's brought down immediately by Cortez. And I'll bring 3rd down and long.
Sebastian Cortez. He's also been on offense, Mark. Good athlete. He's just a sophomore. Expect big things from Sebastian Cortez in the future. He's already producing.
Bears are 4 for 11 on 3rd down as Morales wants to throw. Now being chased and finally gets rid of it. Man is open. That's Vasquez. Vasquez up near, very close to a 1st down as he's tackled that around the Rowe 40-yard line.
What a huge play by Morales, Mark. He avoided getting sacked, kept his composure. But take a look at the replay. The Warriors had an opportunity right there to bring him down. Didn't happen. And especially when you're under duress, the Bears are going for it, Mark. They got it.
And they got it. Here's Morales keeping it to the left side.
Back. He went backwards.
Oh, my goodness. It's going to be very close.
I think he got it.
Yeah, he needed the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he got it.
And looks like, yeah, he did get it just barely.
Boy, there at the end, he almost went backwards. I think they're going to have a measurement, but to me it looks like a first. Yes.
Yep, 1st down.
Referee Corona calls it a 1st down. Huge play for the Bears, Mark.
Yeah, Bears taking a bit of a risk there here in this late part of the 3rd quarter. Down a touchdown. So the Bears at the 39-yard line in Rowe territory. Going to hand it off to Vasquez. Vasquez trying to bounce it outside. Picks up a block from Castillo. And looks like he has enough for a 1st down across the 29-yard line.
That run by J.R. Vasquez, Mark, he set up the defense. He was taking his sweet time like he was going to run inside. And all of a sudden he used his speed and got to the outside and got enough yardage for a 1st down.
The Warrior 28.
An 11-yard pickup. And now here is Castillo. And Castillo up to about the 22-yard line.
Castillo did a good job of at least getting back to the line of scrimmage. Victor Vega had him for a 5-yard loss.
Okay, we have a timeout on the field, so we'll take a break with 1:40 to go in the 3rd. This is McAllen ISD's Football Night.
Rio Bank continues growing, and we're excited to announce our new corporate headquarters in McAllen. The building will be ready this coming April. Come grow with us. Rio Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
Back here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. It's the Warriors and the Bears. Warriors leading at 27-20 here late 3rd quarter. And the Bears on the move there. They just converted on 4th down. Have the ball right now at the 26-yard line in Rowe territory.
You know, today, Mark, if you look at the lineup, because of injuries and the lack of depth, there are quite a number of sophomores out there that are on the field on offense and defense for the Warriors.
Yeah, they've got at least a couple sophomores, 2 sophomores in their starting defensive lineup, Cortez and Neal. So 2nd down and 8. Morales roll out to his right, wants to throw that direction. It's incomplete, intended for Guajardo. I think it was Gomez on the coverage.
I think the intended receiver there was actually one of the members of the chain crew.
Yeah, sure looked like it.
A 3rd and 8. This drive has been kept alive with a couple of 3rd down conversions.
Yeah, and a 4th down conversion as well as Morales goes back to throw. Looking deep on left side, buys himself some time. Now is in the grasp. He's going to be pulled down for a sack, although there's flags down. Sack by Jose Hernandez, but there might be a face mask.
That would have been a huge play for the Warrior defense, unfortunately, Mark. Unfortunately, it's going to be a flag. And it's going to end up maybe with a 1st down, correct?
Yeah, it'd be an automatic 1st down if this is a personal foul.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Excuse me. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. 1st down.
Huge penalty. You go from a sack at around about the 35-yard line. It would have been 4th and a lot. Instead, it goes to the, what are we looking at, Mark? The ball is now
about the
at
17,
the
it looks like.
17-yard line, and now it's the first down and a new set of downs for the Bears.
We saw that happen in the 2nd quarter as well. A Bear drive kept alive by a 3rd down penalty. They eventually scored on that drive.
And because the helmet went out, you know the rule about you got to go out for a play, but because it was a face mask, you don't have to go out. So Morales remains in the game.
There's Morales going to hand off Vasquez. His hit at the line of scrimmage is going to be brought down. That was 99 Eric Morales with the tackle.
One of the rare opportunities where JR was not able to gain any yards.
Yeah, it's going to be no gain. And now Vasquez again. Vasquez at the 10, picks up a block. Now at the 5, cuts inside, fighting his way in and gets in for the touchdown. And it looked like the Warriors had several chances at him, but Vasquez goes in for his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one from 13 yards out.
And how huge was that penalty, Mark? Turns into 6 points for the Bears.
Just an extra point away from tying up this game. 44 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Maybe Jared DeLeon to attempt the extra point. DeLeon 2 for 3 so far in this game. Extra point up, and it's good. And our score now with 44 seconds left in the 3rd quarter is we're all tied 27-27. Got a whole new ball game going now as we take another look at this touchdown. It's kind of a flip pass really to Vasquez. And Vasquez able to pick up a downfield block from Castillo and then knife his way into the end zone for the game-tying touchdown. We'll be back. And we're back here at DQ Fan Field. Mark May with Mario Reina, the rest of our MITV crew. And 44 seconds left in the first half. It's 27-27 our score. And De Leon will be kicking off. It's to be fielded at the 5-yard line. And this is Ansel Dua. Across the 20, now has room at the 30, picks up a couple of blocks, cuts inside at the 40, and is all the way down up to the 47-yard line.
What a great kickoff return to give the Warriors great field position, and most importantly, Mark, there's not a yellow flag on the field.
Warrior 49-yard line.
All the way up to the 49-yard line, so we take another look.
There's one good block.
Yeah, it was Neal with the big block there. Luna had another big block. And great return there for Ansel Dua. Tackle on the play for the Bears was Tyler Hernandez. So on 1st and 10, Ortiz is going to keep this to the left side, crosses midfield to 46-yard line in Bear territory.
Mark, and if the Warriors are going to win this game, they're going to have to do it with a lot of reserves because a lot of their key starters are out with injuries, especially key running backs and receivers. So the backups are going to have to grow up tonight.
And so before they snap it, the quarter runs out, and so after 3, it's 27-27. All tied up as we head to the 4th. We'll take a break. You're watching McAllen ISD Football Night. We'll be right back with the 4th quarter.
At Lone Star National Bank, we are making a difference because we believe prosperity is best measured by the communities we help build and the lives we help change. Lone Star National Bank, proud to be the Valley's bank.
That should be an exciting 4th quarter here, tied at 27. Warriors with the football at midfield. 2nd down and 6. They're at the Bear 47-yard line as Ortiz, play action, wants to throw it, gets it to Ansel Dua. Ansel Dua, spin move, and fights his way up to about the Bear 41.
Back-to-back good plays by Ansel Dua on the kickoff and on that catch. And I'd like to send a shout-out to Rene Alberto Garces. He says, Coach Reina, I'm listening to you on Facebook. Go Warriors. Saludos de Houston. And guess what, Rene? We have another penalty. So that nice game by Ansel Dua is coming back.
That's going to move it back to the row 48. Cancels out the 6-yard gain.
Costa driving school, driver's ed for teens and adults. Now in 2 locations.
So on 2nd down and 11, Ortiz wants to throw. Going to go left. This is caught. Oh, and a big hit there by the Bears, Nevin Edetta. That was on Josh Ortiz.
That was a big hit. More importantly, got themselves at least 6 yards mark. Be like a 3rd and 5. And I do want to tell you that who's going to be the new star on the Warrior side, Mark, because a lot of key offensive stars are out.
So Ortiz rolls to his right side. Now being chased. And is going to run it up to about the 47-yard line. It'll bring up. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Good job by the PSJA Bear defense forcing a punt. Actually, the Warrior offense has been a little flat here in the second half, Mark.
Yeah, they haven't scored in the second half. and only one first down in the third quarter. There's the punt. There'll be no Bears return. This will be killed at about the 14-yard line. The Bears will start there with 10:05 to go in the ball game.
XRX Business Solutions.
So the Bears at 3-3, looking to pull off the upset against the 6-0 Warriors. They've tied it at 27. They'll have the ball back.
The reason this play is kind of late is because Coach Bobby Flores was talking to the referee.
So low snap to Morales, but he picks it up and throws what looks like maybe a lateral to Castillo. It's picked up by Villarreal, goes into the end zone. It's rolled a touchdown.
Lateral pass picked up by number 44.
A big play by the Warrior defense.
Finding the end zone.
And then a late flag comes in during the celebration. Omar Villarreal, who had a huge first half, comes through in a big way here in the fourth quarter as there was a lateral thrown to Castillo. It went behind him, was loose on the field, and Villarreal was able to pick it up and fall into the end zone for the second defensive touchdown for the Warriors tonight.
Huge turnover and huge giveaway of points, Mark.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 12. That penalty will be administered on the kickoff.
You know, Coach Robert Flores was such a disciplined athlete. You know he doesn't like those penalties, but the Warriors in the last two games have been getting a lot of the penalties, and they got to work on that, or it's going to cost them a game eventually.
And here's the kick for the extra point try by Velasquez is up and good. And the score is Nicky Rowe 34, PSJA 27 with 9:54 to go in the ball game. The Warriors will be kicking off. Here's another look at the touchdown. The Bears had the ball. Started off poorly for the Bears. You can see a backwards pass there to Castillo, and Villarreal picked it up, went into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Rowe Warriors have regained the lead 34-27.
He deserves a touchdown, Mark, because he's had a heck of a game of defense.
I choose McAllen ISD because it allows our teachers to focus on the emotional intelligence of the child and really nurture that side of them.
And welcome back to DQ Fan Field. Mark May with Mario Reyna. You can see the Rowe JROTC having a good time here on the sideline. And here's the reason why. It says touchdown. Now see if this is a backwards pass or not. He's standing at the 4. Castillo looks like he's standing on the 3. And it does go behind Castillo.
And you know, Mark, now the penalties being enforced against the Bears, that unsportsmanlike conduct was not against the Warrior offense. So my apologies. Thanks to the referee giving us the wrong information. I'm getting after the Warriors for having some unsportsmanlike penalty. I would do an onside kick, Mark. Go for an onside kick. Get that ball.
So if they do here, they do onside kick. Bears are ready for it. And following the football, a heads-up play there by Jacob Sanchez for the Bears.
And the good news on that, I mean, the Bears get the ball at the 35, but you don't give an opportunity with all that speed that they have for them to break away for big yardage.
Yeah, I think it was a good call.
Well, here we go, Mark.
Good call by the Warriors. So with 9:54 to go, as Morales rolls out to his left side, being chased, runs back to his right, still looking downfield, and finally throws it incomplete.
Great defense.
Intended for Castillo.
I was looking at Jason Neal, just a sophomore, Mark. He stayed patient. When Morales was rolling out, Neal stayed with his receiver the way he is taught to do it. So give him a credit for that good defensive play.
So second down and 10 now for the Bears. Morales to throw to the left side. This is caught. Looks like Lopez on the catch. And it's enough for a first down.
And on the tackle was Sebastian Cortez, and he played pretty good defense on that play, but give credit to Morales on that throw. He put it right where he needed to. So here comes the Bears.
Morales rolling out to his right side, being chased. Finally gets rid of it. Looks like it was intended for Castillo. They bring up second down and 10.
Good pressure on defense right there by Ellen Pacheco, defensive back that came in. Also in was James Gomez and Josiah Alonso. You know, you got to believe that the defense for the Warriors are tired.
They've been out there a long time. PSJA Bears have thrown for 226 yards, 2 touchdowns by Morales. So he hands this off to Vasquez. Vasquez across the 50 to about the Rowe 48-yard line.
You know, and Vasquez, Mark, he has a lot of yardage coming into this game, but he doesn't carry the ball a lot. If they give him the ball more, he'd probably have close to 800, 900 yards. But because the Bears have great, outstanding receivers, they like to run the ball.
And Morales on third down and 3. Has plenty of time. Throws it down the sideline, incomplete. Again intended for Castillo. Closely covered by Gomez. And it'll bring up fourth down.
And give Gomez and the defensive secondary, Jason Neal, Adam Alvarado, staying with their receiver, Sebastian Cortez. Here's a big fourth down, Mark.
Well, it looks like they'll go for it on fourth down. They are 2 for 3 in this game on fourth down. They roll out left side, throw it, and this is caught for a first down. That's Guajardo across the 35 to the 33-yard line.
That's huge, Mark.
Pick up 15 yards on the play.
The result will be a first down.
Defender was on top of Guajardo, but he still managed to make the catch. And Vega coming in there with the tackle, number 24, Andres Garza.
They fake the handoff to Vasquez. Morales with time, but nobody open downfield and has to throw this one away.
Coach Lupe Rodriguez wants a penalty on that one, but that's a good no call. You know why, Mark? Because the quarterback is not protected after he gets outside the hash marks. He's not considered a quarterback, right?
Yeah, here's
so
the
you
replay.
Can see how he rolled out. This is that's not roughing the passer because he's not he's outside the hash marks.
Omar Vidal on the pass rush there. Omar Vidal's had a huge game. And here's a shovel pass to Vasquez. Vasquez at the 30. First down. Hurdles a man. Inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. Gain of 17 yards.
And that's the second time the Bears used that play, and it's worked. Unfortunately for the Warrior defense, they were not ready for it. So the Bears are in business at their own 17-yard line.
Clock is running under 8 minutes to play in the game. Bears down by a touchdown.
Are we looking at overtime?
Back to throw, could be. As Vasquez catches it in the flat, he's going to go down at about the 12. Gain of 5.
Mark Berrial in on that stop.
5.
The line of scrimmage is Rowe, 12.
So second down and 5. Morales rolling to his right side. He's going to throw toward the end zone. This is incomplete. Intended for Castillo.
Although that play was incomplete, Mark, Morales led the receiver, and he would have been the only one that could have caught that ball. But we do have, what do we have, Mark? What have we had all night long?
A lot of flags out there this evening. We got a flag on this play as well as we take a look at the
Could be a
replay.
holding.
Games on the coverage on Castillo.
Actually, they're talking.
You got a legal substitution on the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
That'll be a first down. Move it up to the 7-yard line.
So we're now looking at a 1st and goal for the PSJA Bears. Does the Warrior defense, can they make a stop?
So at the 7-yard line, they hand off Vasquez, room straight up the middle, is hit at the 1, goes into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Bears are within a point of tying up this game once again.
Here comes that ever important extra point.
34-33 now after Vasquez has the 7-yard run for the touchdown. 3rd touchdown of the night for J.R. Vasquez. Came in with 5, so he has got 8 touchdowns this season. There's the snap. The hold is good. Kick by De Leon is up, and it is good. And we're tied at 34 with 7:07 to play in the game. Could very well be looking at overtime before we're done. Another look at that touchdown. It's given to Vasquez. You can see he broke only 1 tackle. Really, it was excellent blocking by the Bears offensive line. We're tied at 34. We'll be back here on McAllen ISD's Football Night.
You better have great teachers. You better have a committed staff. Today we found out it's official. We got an A. Yeah! Woo! We got an A. Yeah!
McAllen ISD's A is the highest designation in the state of Texas for 2018-19. McAllen ISD, an A district. DQ Fan Field. Tomorrow night we'll have the Mustangs and the Bulldogs. Tonight we've got the Bears and the Warriors who are tied at 34. Rowe led 27-20 at halftime. Bears have outscored the Warriors 14-7 here in this second half. The Warriors with a chance to take the lead once again. They have all 3 of their timeouts. As this ball goes into the end zone,
wow,
just barely.
Would that have been disaster, Mark?
Well, that would have been a live football if they hadn't, if it had stayed out of the end zone, but it did bounce in the end zone, so it'll be Rose football to 25. Stats tonight, PSJA Bears, 124 yards on the ground, 263 yards through the air. And they have 22 first downs. So we take a look at that replay. You can see it just took
Mark,
1 hop into the end zone.
Good news for the Warrior offense. Partida's back in the game, and so is Savage.
I'll give you Rose totals in just a moment as Ansel Dua goes in motion. We're going to do a flip past Ansel Dua coming around the right side. And he's up to about the 28.
Handoff to number 4, Alexander.
On the stop for the Bears, number
That'll
90,
put the Warriors over 100 yards passing in this game. 181 on the ground for the Warriors, 101 on the ground for 282 total yards.
Your line of scrimmage,
and 11 first downs.
29.
The Warriors' only score in this second half has been a defensive touchdown. Ortiz goes in motion. That's Josh Ortiz, and Jonas Ortiz back to throw. Being chased. That was Castillo who was chasing him, forcing Ortiz to throw it away.
Actually, Jonas Ortiz did a good job of avoiding the sack. So that keeps it at a reasonable 3rd and 6 as you take a look at the replay.
6 for the Warriors.
.6:23 to go, 3rd down and 6 for Nicky Rowe. Ortiz with time.
Goes over the middle. This is caught. First down. David Savage, his first catch of the game.
Pass completed on a fine
Told you it was important to have
David
Savage in the game. That was good news because they do have 21 and 22. They had been held out in their previous possessions, Mark, because of injuries, but they're back in there. That was important. What a perfect pass, Mark. Beautiful pass. The best pass of the night for Jonas Ortiz. An important third down conversion.
Yeah, good catch by David Savage for 13 yards and a first down. Going to hand off. Joey Partida is hit and then surges forward up to the 45. Gain of 4. Clock will keep moving.
How about them Astros, Mark? They're leading in their baseball game 6-1 over the Yankees in the 6th inning.
That's at Yankee Stadium, too.
Up second down, 7. Your line of scrimmage to Rowe, 45.
Yeah, they announced the score here at the field, and there was a big cheer on both sides. A lot of Astro fans here tonight. Here's a flip pass to Anzaldúa, and this is going to go nowhere. Well defensed there by PSJA, and a Jacob Sanchez with the tackle all the way back to the 40-yard line.
You know, Mark, sometimes you have a defensive call, and you have an offensive call, and the defensive call is the right call, and that's what happens. The Bears were ready for this. So it's a 3rd and 11. Jonas Ortiz has had a good year all year, Mark. I don't want to jinx him. I do believe he only has 2 interceptions all year.
Here's Ortiz back to throw it. And he's going to be sacked.
Number 52.
Yeah, sacked by the Bears, Robert Grimaldo.
And if the Bear defense ever needed a big play, they got it.
Loss of 10 brings up 4th down.
Yeah, lost back to the 31-yard line.
Back to receive the punt for the Bears, number 5, Ethan Castillo.
Brings up 4th and 21 as we see that replay. Grimaldo with a big play there for the Bears.
Velasquez needs another big punt. He's been having them all night long.
That one close to being blocked as the Bears put on the rush. This is a great punt by Velasquez. Going to be killed at the Bear 32-yard line.
That was close to being blocked.
Jacob Carr down in the Warrior punt on the Bear 32-yard line. Be 1st and 10, PSJA, 3:55 left in regulation, 34 for the Warriors, 34 for the Bears.
And this is not a situation where the Warriors wanted to be, Mark, at a 34-34 with about 4 minutes to go, and that Bears with the ball.
Bears have 2 timeouts. Warriors have all 3 of theirs. Bears seeing what they can do on this drive as Morales steps up in the pocket. His pass incomplete, intended for Guajardo.
Marco Guajardo. Defending for the Warriors.
Defending there 11, was Sebastian Cortez. And he's actually done a great job tonight because Guajardo is a very dangerous receiver.
Clock is stopped at 3:49.
Be careful here with J.R. Vasquez.
Here's Vasquez, gets the call, crosses the 35 and fights his way up to about the 37-yard line before he's brought down by the Warriors' Nathan Alvarado.
On the stop, number 62, Nathan Alvarado.
It's a gain of 5 on the play for Vasquez.
Pick up a 5, brings up 3rd down, 5.
Expect a rollout here by Morales, and the reason he rolls out a lot, Mark, it makes it difficult for the defense to sack him.
We've got only 12 seconds left on the play clock. As the Bears set up. This is a unique formation. They're going to put 5 receivers on the right side of the formation.
There's your rollout.
And then Morales rolls out and hits a receiver. This is going to be considered a catch at the 45-yard line. Will be enough for a first down.
Pass completed to number 8, Vigo Lopez.
Lopez, who made the catch for 8 yards and a first down.
And the Warrior coaches are not happy with something that happened on the field. And it looked like Villarreal was tripped.
There's Morales on 1st and 10, going to throw to the left side now. This intended for Guajardo, goes incomplete.
Pass intended for number 13, Michael
On the
Guajardo.
coverage for the Warriors was Mark
Defending
Villarreal.
number 30, Mark Villarreal.
Clock stopped at 2:40 to play
2nd and 10 for the Bears.
in regulation. We're tied at 34.
This is a big game, Mark. Whoever wins this game, I would predict definitely in the playoffs. And even if they lose, they might make the playoff.
There's a draw play here to Vasquez. Vasquez up to midfield.
Inside handoff to number 7, J.R. Vasquez.
Gain of about 4 on the play.
So it'll be 3rd and 6, Mark, and with only 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go, you're probably looking at 2-down territory, even though the ball is at the 50.
3rd down and 6.
Lupe Rodriguez is a very aggressive football coach for the PSJA Bears.
So Morales rolls out left, throwing it, and this is caught and taken off down the sideline at the 20, the 10, and a touchdown. That's Marco Guajardo. The defender went, tried to knock it away, missed it, and Guajardo maintained his concentration, made the catch, and sprinted down the left sideline. It's a 50-yard touchdown catch for the Bears, who take the lead 40-34. It's their first lead since the second quarter.
Mark, you got to feel for Sebastian Cortez. He did all he had to do there. He was there. And it was just one of those things that he missed the ball, and Guajardo gave him credit for concentration. He's a great athlete. And that's what we're talking about, big plays.
Extra point try by De Leon is good. And the Bears lead at 41-34 with 2:05 to play in the game.
And Mark, if we can stay here, because there's only 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go, 41-34. The Warriors are going to have an opportunity to get the ball back with 3 timeouts. But let's not forget that in the second half, the adjustments that the PSJA Bears have done has caused a lot of problems. As we take a look at the replay, Sebastian missed the ball and touchdown. We'll go to break. We'll be right back.
Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. On behalf
here as the Bears lead the Warriors now 41-34. Taking the lead on that third down play. It was a 50-yard pass completion from Morales to Guajardo. Guajardo's first touchdown of the night. Morales' third touchdown pass of the game as the Warriors run the kickoff out to the 20-yard line. So Mark Villarreal on the return.
Well, Mark, with 2 minutes to go, 41-34, the Warrior offense is struggling here in the second half. The only score was on that recovery in the end zone. So let's see if the Warriors have one big play on their side.
Now they need a big play. They've had several tonight. Minute 59 to go in the game, though. They have all 3 of their timeouts to work with. But their offense has been moribund, just dead in the water here in the second half. Partida goes in motion. Ortiz is flushed out, and he's going to get sacked. Going to be sacked by Jacob Sanchez for a loss of 5 yards.
loss of 5, brings up 2nd down.
You know, and Ortiz did have time to throw, but he just can't get those receivers open. Instead of throwing the ball out of bounds, saving the time, he got sacked.
Yeah, clock is running at 1:25. They have all 3 of their timeouts still. As Ortiz wants to throw, has all the time in the world over the middle, and this is caught. It's just going to be a short gainer, though.
The Bears will give you that. The Bears will give you those short passes up the middle.
It's a gain of 9 to the 24-yard line.
3rd and 6.
They'll bring up
1
third
minute
down.
to go.
Warriors 5 for 12 on third downs tonight. Ortiz wants to throw. And this is caught by Savage. It'll be short of the first down. Or no, it'll be enough for a first down at the 33-yard line. So I'll stop the clock momentarily while they move the chains.
The Warriors are going to go ahead, even though they got a first down, and it stops the clock. They went ahead and took a timeout to try to regroup. 46 seconds to go.
So, yep, just less than a minute to go, and they use their first timeout. They have 2 left, trailing by 7 here in this fourth quarter, trying to force overtime or even to regain the lead.
And in this kind of a situation, Mark, it's when you try to get yourself some kind of route to Joey Partida, because he's got that breakaway speed. And tomorrow we have another big one here that everybody always looks forward to it. The McAllen Memorial Mustangs versus the Mankind Bulldogs.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow night, 7:30 kickoff. Hope you can join us for that one. It'll be on McAllen ISD Facebook. It'll also be, of course, here at the stadium. So 1st and 10 now for the Warriors. 46 seconds left of the game. Partida goes in motion. The different quarterback, actually. And he's going to be sacked at the 26-yard line.
Gotta call
that
a
was
timeout.
Giannis in there at quarterback. And I'm not sure if Ortiz was shaken up, but Giannis in there at quarterback. And another timeout called by Rowe.
And that has to be real difficult, Mark. What happened was actually Jonas Ortiz was there. I think he went out as a receiver. And guess what? We have rain. I can't believe that, Mark. My umbrella's in the car. Can you go get it for me?
That's where mine is, too.
Well, you can go get it and come back and get me. There's no
Yeah.
need for both of us to get wet.
And we've got some rain here, and this inhibits Rowe's chances of trying to throw passes downfield. So that ball becomes slippery. 41-34, Bears in front. To give you the scoring for the Bears, they've had touchdowns by Flores, Castillo, and Guajardo, and those are all touchdown catches on throws by Morales. And then Vasquez with 3 touchdown runs tonight.
And give credit to the PSJA Bears here in the second half, Mark. The defense has done a wonderful job. Even though they gave up 7 points, you know, they didn't give up. That offense has been clicking.
And here we got Ortiz back in there at quarterback. Again, the Bears pass rush has just been fierce on him all night long, and the pass goes incomplete, intended for Savage. On the coverage was Herrera, and it'll bring up third down. There are down to 29 seconds left in the game.
And Mark, you know that the Warriors use a lot of players both ways, and sometimes fatigue here late in the fourth quarter could be playing a factor. Because all these kids are running all kinds of patterns, and then on defense they're having to defend receivers, so you do get tired.
So 29 seconds left. Snap to Ortiz. Ortiz going to throw it over the middle quickly to Savage. Savage catches it for the first down, is up to the 43-yard line. Or excuse me, he's going to be close to the first down. We'll see where they spot that. Then there's a late flag that comes in. This could be a unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, and that's going to help a lot, Mark. That also, I do believe, stops the clock. You don't have to go up there and give up a down by clocking it.
We got a personal foul. Targeting on the defense, number 2. That's a 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
With that big penalty, Mark, now might not be the next play, Mark, but you will have an opportunity to throw something into the end zone. That's a heck of a call, Mark. I don't think number 2 on the defense did it on purpose, but that's a great call.
Yeah, probably why he wasn't ejected, because you can't eject a player on that type of foul.
Well, with 22 seconds to go, Mark, the good news is that the Warriors do have 1 timeout. So you try to get yourself maybe 10, 15 yards here and that would give you 2 plays where you can throw the ball into the end zone. I like to go overtime. I've enjoyed this game, but we'll see what happens.
Warriors need a touchdown. They're in Bear territory now at the 41-yard line. Clock is running now at 15 seconds left. Time for maybe 2 more plays as Ortiz almost gets sacked. Now running away. A lot of time coming off the clock as he throws toward the sideline. And this looks like it's caught. No, it's going to be ruled out of bounds. Savage had it near the 37-yard line. It's ruled incomplete, however. There's 6 seconds left.
It really didn't make that much of a difference, Mark, on that play. But you have the last play of the game for a Hail Mary.
Yeah, now it's with 6 seconds, they'll have to send everybody deep.
That's the second choice timeout of the second half.
PSJA Bears calling timeout. Each team has 1 timeout left. And the Warriors to the point now where they will have to just air it out for the end zone.
That's all they can do with the ball at the 41. That means that Jonas is probably going to throw this pass from about his 46, 47-yard line. And I know he's got a strong arm, and he's just got to get it into the end zone. Hope for a prayer is answered,
Hail
or
Mary.
not a penalty. You never know. We've had so many penalties tonight.
Yeah, penalty on the defense would extend the half by 1 down. If they get a pass interference call, keep in mind it's only a 15-yard penalty. It's not a spot foul.
You know, you do have that big kid that's about 6'1", number 88, Gustavo Cruz. But first he has to have an opportunity to throw the pass.
All right, the Warriors at the 41-yard line in Bear territory. Need a touchdown here as Ortiz running the ball. Has nowhere to go, has to get rid of it to his offensive lineman, and he's going to be tackled immediately, and that's the game, and the Bears have won it. Bears have knocked off the undefeated Warriors 41-34. It's the first loss of the season for the Warriors, who slipped to 6-1 overall and 3-1 in district play. PSJA, congratulations to them on the comeback win, as they improved to 4-3 overall,
Mark,
and 3-1 in the district.
Especially losing by 2 points last week in a hard-fought game to come back in another hard-fought game, but this time being on the winning side. Congratulations to the PSJA Bears.
Yeah, Bears beating the Warriors. Of course, the Warriors still in the thick of the playoff race. In fact, both teams are 3-1 overall. This temporarily puts the Mission Eagles in first place. They're 3-0 right now. They'll play tomorrow night. And of course, tomorrow night we'll have the game for you, McAllen Memorial against McAllen High. It'll be a 7:30 kickoff. But our final in this one is the Bears 41 and the Warriors 34. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm Mark Mave with Mario Reyna, and hope you enjoyed our coverage here today on McAllen ISD Facebook. Here's some highlights